Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Jim Rand. I served in the United States Congress for approximately a quarter of a century. After I left the Congress, I began to represent some corporations and countries and causes that I believe in. It has been an honor to work with you, Your Excellency. Elias Gerasulis is my partner. This is primarily Elias's account, but I'm going to be working with him. While I was in the Congress, I was on the committee that funds defense and State Department foreign operations, as well as the Foreign Relations Committee. I have an interest in Africa. I was a principal co-sponsor of the African Growth and Opportunity Act. But most importantly, I do believe that Biafran independence is a just and noble cause. And I trust that you have a bright future ahead. We will try to secure your independence. We can't promise because the politics is not a particularly predictable situation in the United States today, and justice is not always served, but we will work towards that objective. I appreciate the opportunity to work on behalf of the Biafran people, and at this point, let me turn it over to Elias. Elias?
Oh, thank you, Jim, and it's an honor to be working with you on this, and we appreciate your lending your support, someone of your prestige and stature. That association would be so critical. So thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. And thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, Your Excellencies, and dear Biafrans in the United States and around the world. My name is Elias Gerasulis, and I am a good friend and a colleague of Congressman Moran, and we are your new lobbyists here in Washington, D.C. However, you should know that we are more than just your lobbyists. We are fellow freedom fighters in the struggle for the liberation by Biafra. And similar to how your compatriots in the Biafran Defense Forces are securing your freedom on the homeland, we will be fighting for your freedom in the political and diplomatic battlefield here in Washington, D.C. And we will make sure that all these U.S. officials, all these congressmen and senators understand that the Biafran independence movement is a pure democratic civilian uprising against injustice, the very same one that we had in the United States when we declared our independence from the British 200 years ago. On a personal level, I knew I had to get involved in this struggle, not only because of my belief in the Biafran cause, but my belief in His Excellency, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. As I got to know the Prime Minister, I could see that he has remarkable leadership qualities and vision. And I knew that instinctively that he was a man of destiny and that he will have a very important impact in Africa in the years to come. And I thought it was a personal duty to assist him. Already, the Prime Minister has made remarkable progress and has outsmarted the Nigerian system in many ways. The Prime Minister has done this with the self-referendum. He has done this with opening diplomatic liaison offices around the world. And I think by establishing a proper Biafran lobby in Washington, D.C., the Prime Minister has delivered his master stroke. And if you can look at the Nigerian media and the social media, you will see that this is something that's been highly publicized. And I think this is because they understand the moment that the United States starts to gain more support for the Biafran cause, it will be a game changer. Because when the United States leads, other countries follow. Congressman Moran and myself are your voice to the U.S. Congress, your voice to the White House, your voice to the State Department, your voice to the highest offices in this great land. And we will not stop until victory is achieved. Long live a free, independent, and sovereign Biafra. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that brilliant speech there. Elias, we are happy to have you on board, and we have a lot of things to do together. Thank you. This particular appearance today is just to present you to the Biafrans in the United States. As I made my promise, I have fulfilled it. It is now that we go out there and do what we know how to do best. for the interest of
Thank you,
Biafra.
Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you
It's
very
our
much.
honor, and we look forward to serving you in the cause. Thank you, Mr. Prime
All right,
Minister.
thank you very much. Nice to have you.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. It was a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you.
Look
Thank
forward
you.
to working with you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Chimora. Thank you.
Igbos penetrate Biafrans, a different breed of Biafrans that understood how the Fulani terrorist cabals and Nigerian government works. So when you see the criminal ex-BRGIE cabinet members, the criminal lobbyists that are parading with them in the name of trying to restore Biafra, Biafrans already stopped them on their track. That is why they cannot go. They can't move anywhere. Not when some of us. Not when some of us. So the Nigerian government, I promise you today, the money you have given to this company is a waste because they cannot go anywhere. They can't go far. Once they take one step, we are taking 5 steps ahead of them.
You have meeting with General. Get there. Okay. I am going to tell you something. Dr. NGOZI, please, ma, with due respect, it is not an insult. I want to ask you a question. You have meeting with General, our General, the Commander-in-Chief of all forces in Biafra government, in Biafra nation, General Butuzo. What did he tell you? You have meeting with person in charge of all forces in United States of Biafra, General Butuzo. What did he tell you? Instead of you to go and do exactly what he told you, you carve out his voice. You carve out his voice in the meeting where you and other cabinet were there. You carve out General Butuzo's voice and post because she did not agree with you. Because he did not agree with you, you carve out the voice and post. What was General Butuzo saying? He said, Madam, whatever change you want to make in your government is not his problem. But the problem is that place. We have the finance that Oga leave. That from that finance, everything we need in the ground will reach us. Don't tamper with that one. That was one. Excuse me. Don't tamper with that one, please. There we have somebody that knows us, and we know that person. We trust that person. We have been working with that person by name Success. Don't tamper with him. You know much about us. There are many unfinished business we still have with him. Don't tamper with Success. Don't tamper with account Oga create. Don't tamper with finance. These are the 3 things we tell you. General Butuzo tell you. Because this is the strength of this army. This is the power of the men on ground. If you tamper with these 3 things, you are trying to weak us. And he said, Madam, anything you want to do is none of his business. But the only plea he asking you, you see Success, don't go close there. Success know a lot about us. And the instruction given to Success by Oga was, everything about men on ground should remain with him and Oga only. No other third party. Finance and the account then create for this men on ground. That was the only thing my general said, instead of you to abide on that, you carve out general voice, posted, begin to catch general. Now find another man to replace general. You cannot replace him. All your information, even the one you call, you don't even know that he's under me. The one you are trying to deceive, giving promises that you will make him general. It cannot be. Do you think general is by size? Do you think general is by size? If you were not called, you can't carry this load. If you were not chosen, you can't withstand the danger. So you have failed on arrival. You have failed on arrival. I swear to God. And now you are trying to form another soldier. At the end, you combine them with the Bubaku, they will still come here and die. That one is not, we know they shake for that one. You are trying to form another power, another force. Do you think we were formed? We were choosing. There is a difference between forming and choosing. We were not formed. We were choosing. The spirit of Biafra find us worthy and send us back to a living being to complete what we have started. So therefore, we are here to finish what we started. You don't know that? All your plan, they us here. Form. Now, instead of you to do that, those three things, my general point, those three things is what you target. It's what you target. You now bring somebody say solo. Who be solo? To those of you Biafran who doesn't know what is going on, why my general say these three things should not be tampered with? Because these are the men we trusted. These are the men that took oath, strong oath with us. These are the men we know their details. We know if they fuck up, we know how we go treat them up. And they cannot fuck up. These are the men trusted by our PM. And these men cannot afford to fuck up. And that was why we say, work with these men. If PM need to change things, let him come by himself and do that changing. Especially these three people. Let PM come and do that changing by himself. So that if anything goes wrong, we go know that now he use his hand, do it. Now, for those of you who doesn't know why we give that we say that. Do you know if you bring another person, he will want to come and know how many men are, waiting we get, waiting we no get, what is our strength? And then we don't know anybody. We don't trust anybody. We do not trust anybody. We don't trust anybody. You want to come and know details about us, so that tomorrow you go and tell the zoo, then get this, they no get this weapon, they no plenty, they no the, they no get this, they no get this. Go from here, go from here. You have failed. That is why we don't need any other person again to know anything about us. We don't need anybody again to know anything about us. We told you, there are men that already know details about us. And those details about us should not be in public. Should not be. In fact, if you observe Oga very well, anything concern us, Oga no they discuss in the public. That is to tell you how secret it was. Oga no dey discuss our matter in public. The meeting where Oga they get. Let me ask a question. If you were so trustful, to Oga, why didn't Oga always allow you to have that meeting? Why Oga no join you for that forum when they get meeting with men on ground? If you were so trustful by Oga, I want the world to know something. You have never for one appeared in that meeting. For once. Please, if I'm lying, come and prove me wrong. I like when I say the fact, somebody prove me wrong. Whosoever that say that Dr. NGOZI have ever one day appear on the media, on the forum, where Oga get meeting with men, please come and prove me wrong. She have never one day appeared there. He have never one day appeared there. So therefore, why should you just come and say somebody should include you on the forum where Oga himself, your Oga, our Prime Minister, never included you? And the person said, Madam, with due respect, please, don't be offended. Don't be offended. For that area, leave it for now until Oga come out. You suspend the person. You suspend the person because you are so desperate to know everything about men on ground. You ask for my number. You ask this one number, collect this one number. You call those. I told you that I know they fail to give my number for personal. If you need my number, collect my number. Call me. In your front, I will tell you, go and check your boss. Did I send you voice or did I not send you voice? I said, don't temper with those words my general told you. It's very important. You bring your social dog, known as a Daddy Adama, to attack. See, you are not impressing me. I'm not doing to impress. You can't impress anybody. You see this government, now me and you get them. Biafra government, now me and you get them. If you do fuck up, I treat your fuck up. Okay? I am telling you my own face to face. I did not come to look at anybody's face. I come to defend Biafra and get Biafra with my life. I don't care who are you. I fucking care nothing.
From Biafra. So will these people, this set of generation that were born within Biafra territory, be also considered during this data collection? That's question number 2. And then my last question.
They will not be considered.
Okay, that's noted, sir. So my last question will be on the issue of, as it is now, on the issue of, is it a liberation tax? I want to call it. Are there programs, are there plans to ensure that because I have people asking me from Biafra land if, when it is actually made available to the public, to Biafran public, to begin to pay their taxes. Can these taxes be paid without being traced by the Nigerian agents or government through the banking institution? Thank you, as you attend to my question.
Thank you very much. The taxes is already being paid. Contact your state executives to know where to make your Biafra liberation tax payment. So it's already being paid. A lot of states have already started. In fact, most states have been given a mandate to the 15th of this month to have their December Biafra liberation tax. So that is already underway. So many states are already contributing. So if you are not part of it, consult your state executives and let them advise you properly. Properly identify yourself, Maka. If you come to find information, you cannot survive it. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Just to add some of us, I mean, we can also pass through the media team here for proper guidance in terms of trying to get access to these state coordinators. I don't know if that is allowed.
You can go through the medians and they will guide you.
Okay, that noted. Thank you, sir. Still waiting for the response regarding our border security, sir.
The border security is sealed and whole.
I want to use this opportunity to thank our...
During this data collection. That's question number 2.
And then my last question. That will not be considered.
Okay, that's noted, sir. So my last question will be on the issue of, as it is now, on the issue of, is it a liberation tax? I want to call it. Are there programs, are there plans to ensure that, because I have people asking me from Biafra land, if, when it is actually made available to the public, to Biafran public, to begin to pay their taxes, can these taxes be paid without being traced by the Nigerian agents or government through the banking institution? Thank you, as you attend to my question.
Thank you very much. The taxes is already being paid. Contact your state executives to know where to make your Biafra liberation tax payment. So it's already being paid. A lot of states have already started. In fact, most states have been given a mandate to the 15th of this month to have their December Biafra liberation tax. So that is already underway. So many states are already contributing. So if you are not part of it, consult your state executives and let them advise you properly. Properly identify yourself, Maka. If you come to find information, you cannot survive it. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Just to add some of us, I mean, we can also pass through the media team here for proper guidance in terms of trying to get access to these state coordinators. I don't know if that is allowed.
You can go through the medians.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved home, land of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives, or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the price is that for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hail to Biafra, consent. not to count the cost each day. Let those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
We observe a minute silence to the fallen heroes of Biafra, and the time starts now. May the souls of the departed heroes and heroines of Biafra rest in peace, while their spirits continue to embolden us as we fight on to make sure the declared restored nation of Biafra is fully liberated and we take full charge of Biafra land. Ise, 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 Ise. Greetings, Biafran people, and warm welcome to all of you. We salute you from all ends and all over the world as we bring you messages of good tidings from the Biafra Republic government in exile. The embodiment, the bedrock on which Biafra independence restoration was declared. The embodiment, the pinnacle on which Biafra will be totally liberated. It is on this very government in exile that stands to make sure Biafra is totally liberated and all the terrorists are totally taken out of Biafra land. We consolidate and we sympathize and mourn with Biafrans that have been slaughtered in one way or another during the course of the liberation of Biafra. And this cannot stop the Biafran people from going forward to make sure they get the total liberation of the Biafran people from the contraction of one Nigeria. This will not also stop us from going ahead to press all the buttons in the international spheres to make sure the United States of Biafra, which we declared, is totally recognized in the international community. The video we played when we resumed this media briefing enunciated the Prime Minister presenting the international lobbies and attorneys of the Biafran government contracted and instituted formally for the Biafran people to take the Biafran cause to the international spheres to make sure Biafra is fully recognized. Most especially, the prime target is America first, because the Prime Minister understands that America is the world power deciding what others are doing. Your dollar is controlled by America, right? Every international transactions you do goes in dollars. It doesn't go in euro. It doesn't go in yen. It doesn't go in pounds. It goes in dollars. That Ukraine are still fighting and Russia are still fighting with them, and that every other nations and countries are still supplying weapons for the fight to continue, is because American government has not taken a decisive stand to say the fight must stop. So when you have a leader that can take decisions that will stop chaos and destruction of lives and property. That man you talk about is Donald Trump. When you see Donald Trump in office, you will see that most of these menaces ongoing will come to an end. He will bring peace to the table. People will dialogue and make sure you don't continue to spend money to fight war incessantly, knowing too well that this war is not fruitful. It is only destroying the lives and properties of the people, and it's not adding one or two. Rather, it is minusing. So that is why America is a decisive tool to every other nation. That is why we say the president of America, whoever is in charge of America, is the president of the entire world. That is why the prime minister fixed very important dignitaries in the spheres of political and diplomatic games to make sure the Biafra that we want is taken to the table of the congressmen, taken to the speaker. Before the prime minister was taken in for interrogation, he has already made contact and interviews with the speaker of where? The Congress of America. When you hear of the speaker, is the number 3 man. After the president, the vice, the number 3 man in that very country is the speaker. The videos are there, the evidences are there. So the prime minister did not make a mistake, or he did not make the wrong choice of getting who? The honorable lobbies that we call Elias and Mr. Dabiri that you saw, and the Moran Global and all of them to work to make sure the Biafra that we want to be totally liberated is taken to the table of the American government for recognitions. The reason why we did not have a voice in 66 to 70s when the genocidal war was ongoing in the international sphere is because we did not have this kind of opportunity to have somebody there in America to carry our case and present it on the table of America. Yet we had support from well-meaning Americans who were writing notes and papers and everything and sending it to the American Congress. But there was no representative from the Biafran side to sit down there and then carry the thing from one table to another and go to the Congress and meet the important men and women which will in line get down to the White House to speak with the president. And that is why the American government, from what I read in some of the encyclopedias, they decided to remain neutral on the genocidal war and what one Nigeria were doing. They refused to supply weapons to one Nigeria. They also refused to supply weapons to the Biafran people because they wanted to remain neutral so that you will not say they are supplying weapons to Nigeria to come and kill you, and then they are supplying weapons to Biafran people. But yet, they will continue to recognize one Nigeria as a sovereign state. You will only be recognized as a sovereign state after you have gotten your independence and total recognition from the international sphere. That is what we are doing now. Every hand must be on deck to make sure the lobbies and the attorneys that the Prime Minister instituted for the Biafran government to take the Biafra recognition to the international stage do their work very well. We need every hands on deck and we need everybody to come together. So we thank the lobbies and their team. We thank all Biafrans who are making donations on a daily basis to make sure the Biafra Defense Forces stand their ground and do their work. We appreciate all of you. We appreciate our eternal leader. We appreciate our supreme leader. We appreciate Umwazurike as well. Yes, because it is what you also worked for that have also gave us the reason and conviction to continue and to come this far. Yes, Wazirike, we appreciate you. We appreciate our Prime Minister who is in detention for interrogation. We appreciate our acting Prime Minister. We appreciate the entire cabinet of the Biafran government. We appreciate all Biafrans. And there are some special people that I need to appreciate even when I am sleeping. The media team, yes. The media team, starting from my Minister Ajare here, Minister Betty here, and every other media personnel that are doing the work of the media from morning till night, inside all the platforms, doing everything up and down, hosting programs, hosting spaces, doing one expose or another, writing and typing and posting and sending messages, doing everything to make sure that it goes well. Hey, I salute all of you. You keep the media a cock with the Biafran cause. You don't allow anyone to have a breathing space to take over the media from the Biafran government. You're doing a great job. You tarry to make sure the messages go far and wide. I salute all of you. And I say thank you so much. The Prime Minister will be super proud of you. The Biafra Defense Forces are super proud of you. The lobbies team that are coming together to make donations to make sure things goes well, which Prime Minister set up, that same team as well did comprise of the team that made contributions for the convention in Finland. We salute all of you. We look forward to see more people join this team. We want to see every hands on deck. Please and please, tomorrow is Friday, and next tomorrow is our general mega fundraising. Turn everything in. Then on Sunday, we have the 40 states of Biafra de facto general fundraising. Come and support your state with everything that you have. So our condolences goes to all the Biafrans that have been victims of the cause of this freedom. And also to say thank you to all of you who have had your confidence in the Prime Minister and us since 2021, since Onyendu was kidnapped. It's not been easy to convince people to bring their earnings to come and support the freedom. But because you understand and know that you have a home, you have children, you have families back home, you have friends, and if we stop what we are doing, they will kill us all. The children, the women, the men, the family members that we left back home, they will all be slaughtered by the Fulani terrorists, headed and supervised by the Zoo terrorist government in uniforms. So we appreciate all of you. We appreciate all of you. And we look forward to seeing more of your support. Yes, we have gathered again today to make sure we put some points clear and explain things to the Biafran people. Because if we don't do so, the propaganda and the blackmail and slander that they are doing on a daily basis will destroy everything. There is power in the media. So when anyone plays coconut or monkey with the media, that person does not know what is happening. They have given so many of you too many falsehood and blackmails narratives against all the officials of the Biafran government, starting from me, my Minister Jare, Mr. Betty, the APM, and the rest of us. You have to always hear the truth and then know the way forward so that you will not live on the lies and propagandas. The lines will be open at the end of the day for you to ask your questions. Also, bring the propagandas and blackmail that they are talking and saying about us so that we can clear your mind and answer your questions so that it will be clear to you so that you will not continue to live in darkness. I salute all of you as we open the floor. I now bring my Minister Ajare to the screen to take his opening remarks to the Biafran people before we go on. Thank you, my ministers.
Thank you, able Minister of Communications, my boss. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I want to give my ultimate and wonderful salute to our able Prime Minister, Odoguma Simon Ekpa, and I also greet our APM who is acting on his behalf while we wait for his imminent return. Fellow Biafrans, you can see that the ship that is taking us to Biafra is not embarking, it's not disembarking one bit. We are moving with speed like our Prime Minister promised us. And we know that all the things that our Prime Minister set in motion is still ongoing. And the joy of our hearts is that the Biafra Liberation Army, which happened to be the backbone of the Biafra Republic government and the Biafran people, is 100% intact. And we'll give Chukwu Abiyama the glory for that. And tonight we are here once again to keep setting the record straight, because if we don't do this, the enemy will always try to creep in and deceive some gullible minds. I thank God that those that are set for this freedom, they will not allow anything to distract them. You will not allow anything to stop you, because you are determined for Biafra. And I want to assure you that that Biafra is what you will get. Everything that you need to know will always bring to you. We're not going to keep anything away from you. And that's why tonight, as we are going to touch on different topics tonight, in different areas tonight, you will also be welcomed with your questions. You will also be welcomed with some of your observations, especially for this freedom. Especially, please, Betty, mute, please. You will not allow anything to stop you. Okay. Because you are determined for Biafra. Yeah. So those of you that are determined, you will not allow anything to distract you. So you will always ask anything that you seem not to understand very well. And you all know what has kept this movement going. It is fund. When you hear them saying, they are looking for money, fundraising. Without fund, we are going nowhere. Without fund, we won't be where we are today. And when we're talking about the lobbyists and our legal team and everyone that are doing the needful for us, it is your fund that has brought us this far. And if you stop now, that means you are telling us to hands off and let the zoo take over, of which you will never do that. If Israel, as formidable as they are, up till tomorrow, they are still raising funds to protect and preserve the land of Israel. How about you that have not fully gained your, totally gained your freedom yet? Much more is required from you. So that is why we must continue without allowing anything to distract us. Anybody that will come and tell you, hey, they want to cash out, they are looking for money, you all know that this year has nothing to do with cash out. So you just know that those people are not part of us. We just want to distract you, and they just want to talk. We don't even pay attention to them. We are winning this battle, and we must sing the song of victory. Thank you very much. As I hand over to our minister to continue, because we are here to touch on every aspect that our minister is going to bring out tonight, and we are going to do justice to it all. God bless you all.
Thank you, my minister. We come to Mr. Betty. Over to you.
Hello. Thank you, my minister. Wonderful minister and his wonderful deputy, Ndinje Monu. My people, I send my greetings always to our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who brought all of us together. I also extend my greeting to Uwazurike, because if Uwazurike has not stopped, Onyendu wouldn't have come up. And my most and respectful greeting goes to our Prime Minister. We know that he will soon be with us. Thank God he is not in the zoo like Onyendu, unfortunately. My fellow Biafrans, when Onyendu brought us together, you all would recall that he was asking for 100 men. I extend my greetings to all genuine Biafrans. It doesn't have to be every Biafran. If you cast your mind back, we will all remember that during the time of self-referendum, that 50 million plus voted. And 50 million Biafrans, they don't have to all be in this. for us to march forward. So, my dear friends, those of you who have the spirit to fight for freedom, please do not give up. I say thanks to all those that have been donating without being mandated to do so. Those who are definitely determined to see that Biafra comes. We all know that what we are doing now will convince the world that we are a very determined nation to stand our grounds, whether our leader and his prime minister, whether they are around or not. Biafra is definitely going to come. Do not let yourself be distracted. We are almost there. Our enemies, they knew that once this Biafra is declared, that we are good to go. That's why they struck, like the hawk coming to snatch the little baby hen. They took our prime minister thinking that Biafra will not be declared. But right now, what we are doing is very evidential of our determination to get Biafra. So I thank all of you that whenever we are on the fundraising on Saturdays, you will come genuinely, voluntarily, and donate. Last week, Friday, the ministers made the second representation of IOU. And I am urging many wealthy Biafrans to take advantage of it. As my colleague said, everything about struggle and fight for freedom requires money. Take it or leave it. Even Zelensky of Ukraine went to Nigeria begging for money. Even Shetima Yerima or Shetima, I don't know his second name, the vice president of the zoo, when he went to UN last time, he was begging the world to cancel their loan. So everything is money. Anybody trying to deceive you or talk to you to the contrary is not genuinely fighting for Biafra. That may be one of the breakaways who have come for posts and for rank and file that they are looking for. In fact, we have ignored all that because there's this fly in Igbo land called Ako. When the feather falls off, Ako doesn't look for it because it will tell you that that one is not part of my body. So my people, Ogonogo Kwadro Manu Kambede. Let us continue. We will get there. All hail Biafra. Thank you, my ministers. Thank you, Biafrans. Genuine Biafrans, I mean.
Thank you. My Minister Betty, Minister Ajare, and all the ministers of the Gospel of Biafra that are listening and doing 1 and 2. Biafrans are listening on over 15 platforms as we speak now. And there are many listening on Twitter, X, and TikTok, and many other platforms. Yes, we are here. Now, you all have seen the topic that we have there, that Ngozi Fulani leaking the Biafran Republic government in exile. Private videos is for blackmail, intimidation, and this equals treason. If many of you have worked in government, you know that you don't have to leak any classified information of the government. When Ngozi was spreading some document, which she said contract document. I want all of you to go back and look for that contract document that she was spreading on the media. Look for it and you will see where it is stated that you don't have to leak the government classified information to the media or to leak it to a third party because it is breach of ethics and conduct. And you also listen to the same person tells you that this very government will release a criminal lawyer, that there is a criminal lawyer that will come to incriminate everyone that is bribing, that is giving somebody money, that is giving somebody stipends, that is giving somebody anything to appreciate the person or to call on the person or to look for the person or to do this and that. But you listen to Honorable Uwoma explaining to you how she gave him money. She did not just give him money, but she gave him money that was derived from the sales of the articles from the convention ground. These are money that are supposed to be used to pay off all the debt that have been incurred. All the money that everyone contributed or paid for their ticket and everything before going to the convention, which all went through the New Dimension website. She has not released all those money. Plus the one that were derived from the convention sales. She still have all of them in the New Mandate website account. She has not released all of them. She has not released any of it because this was the necessity that brought about Uche calling on finance minister to do what? To call for a meeting 5 days to the convention for over 4 times for the finance minister to do what? To come and offset the bills of the convention. All of you, all your ticket that you bought, all the money, the confirmation ticket you buy, everything you bought for the convention, that your ticket, your ID card, everything showed New Mandate because that place was only meant for sales. She refused to come and release the money so that we can use it to pay off for the convention dues. Uche was the one that was bugging the finance minister for the meeting to hold. Madam refused that such meeting would not hold because she wanted every effort to show that it is finance minister that did not discharge his duty well. Thereby, at the end of the day, the convention was sabotaged. Every effort for the meeting to hold, she will cancel the Zoom meeting that is posted to the government platform. The bully did not start today. When you saw Sonny called for a cabinet meeting, which she leaked that meeting to bring it to use to blackmail people for intimidation and slander. I called for that meeting because of what? Bully. I called for that cabinet meeting because of bully. And I challenge her and all of you that have listened to that video that she leaked out of the government private meeting for her to release the entire video. Let her release the entire video from the beginning of that meeting to the end so that you will hear how I handled a case in that meeting to explain her misconduct to the entire cabinet. A bully of you having a fellow minister as you in the government, standing up to speak in a public function, and as that minister just finished speak, you carry mic and say you are shutting down the program. Why? Because maybe you have 1 or 2 grievances with that person. ever since you did not decide to shut down the program. And there are over 15 hands that are raised to donate money and give us. Just because one person that you did not like to hear the voice spoke, you stand up to shut down the program. These are some of the bullies that made Sonny to summon that meeting in the cabinet. As a minister of cabinet, when you see something that is going wrong, you have the right to call the cabinet to address issues so that things would not go apart. That was what I did. Tell her to release that full video. It's not to go and then leak or release a private or classified video of government and then bring it to use for blackmail, slander, and intimidation. There is something we want everyone to understand here. If NGOZI is leaking out private cabinet videos of meetings and audios, bringing it to the public, when she sees that Prime Minister is in detention for interrogation, do you know how much private meeting of the government and document of the government that NGOZI must have leaked out to give to our allies for them to use it for whatever means? Do you know, when you listen to the video from general commanders from ground, which message came from General Butuzo, he said that he is challenging NGOZI to come out and tell the world if there has ever been any time that the Prime Minister brought her into the Biafra Defense Council meeting while Prime Minister was here. Were you there? Have you had that such opportunity? Did Prime Minister allow you to come there before? So what is your motive now that you want to go and know everything about the defense now? Now, the audio and the other video that she leaked out to the media now against Honorable Paul, 555 Vision, that very meeting that necessitated that thing to happen was because somebody was also leaking out the Biafra government media department cabinet meeting. Somebody was leaking out our private meeting. Somebody was recording our private meeting while we are in private meeting inside house. No one is allowed to record. If you want to record, we will say, okay, this meeting is recorded so that we keep it for the government. And this one, we did not approve for any recording. And then somebody was leaking out this, our meeting, while we are inside the cabinet meeting of the media department, recording a meeting. And then we interrogated the person and then asked, we have gotten evidence that you are recording this meeting. The person lied. We asked again, the person still lied. We asked again, the person still lied. Before other people now got infuriated. When NGOZI brought that video, when she leaked that video, official cabinet meeting of the government, brought it to the media to come and use it to do what? To do blackmail, propaganda, and slander, and to intimidate people. Did you ask her what necessitated that meeting to hold? You did not ask her, right? Because your brains are blocked. You just want to hear the propaganda and the blackmail and slander area. Biafra Unite was recording our media cabinet meeting, which was not approved. Why must you record the meeting, and for what purpose are you recording the meeting for? And then someone got hold of that same recording and brought it to the media department. This is what necessitated that meeting to hold. And then all of you saw that Paul was grilled in that meeting, according to the video that she brought out, but she could not bring the entire complete video so that you will listen to it from the very beginning and understand anything. No, it is just to use it for what? Blackmail, propaganda, slander, intimidation. That is the only thing that she is targeted at. To do character assassination.
Social media validation.
Social media trial and validation. Thank you, my minister. And it is not different from the tactics that One Nigeria uses. When One Nigeria pick up any Biafran, they will go and look for camouflage. They look for a pump action. They will even look for machete. Put all there. Then go and look for Channels Television. Look for Arise Television. They come and start. They beat the person face, so then they give him a script to read. Force him to accept whatever he need to accept. They do social media trial, and all of you. Adade Rama that is shouting today everywhere. Ask Adade Rama, were you in this meeting that I am talking about? Where Biafra Unite was recording this our meeting. Also ask Adade Rama, were you in the public fundraising, public town hall meeting that was it the combined one or for Italia? Where we were about to unveil, was it the map or a Gemma coin, which Minister Judith engraved, and it was on the table in Italia? Ask Adade Rama, did you get furious and get angry for the fact that your Madam NGOZI stood up to shut down the program without any communication or anything, just because immediately after Minister of Finance finished speaking, she hated to hear that voice. And then she decided to carry mic to shut down the program. Were you there? Did you express your anger? And that Rama was the first person to express her anger in that very town hall meeting. Today, she's the one using the video to do. Because people don't listen to yesterday. When you are talking, there is a sounding cymbal which makes your voice resonate. So as your voice is resonating, it comes back with a recording. So whatever you say and do now, everything is being recorded on the system. It is going. We also watched another video recently where we see Adade Rama asking, where is our Prime Minister? And then when she was talking, she did not call her COS and say, where is our Prime Minister? She now went and called Okechukwu Nkere. The same Okechukwu Nkere, which you people say is the devil. The same Sonny and Ajare and Betty here and Paul that you people say is the devil. We are the ones you are now calling to action.
Yeah, we are the one that will give them answer. It is because they know. They don't know anything. They don't know anything about PM.
And the same Biafra Defense Forces that you people are using daily on your programs to call them criminals, kidnappers, saboteurs, online commanders. They are the same people that you are crying now, calling and asking and say, where are the Biafra Defense Forces? That Biafra land is under siege. I listened to all of you speak. I listened to that. There's someone just cut the video and sent to me because I don't have time to go and be listening to all the nonsense people are doing there. But the part that is interesting that somebody will cut and send, I listened to it. And Minister Jare, if you have it, you can play it for them. The same Biafra Defense Forces.
Look at the video.
That one, the short video where Ada is crying, Adazuzu is crying and asking of where is a prime minister?
Ah, okay, let me get it.
And where is Biafra Defense Forces? That Biafra land is under siege. Is it the same Biafra Defense Forces that you guys say they are kidnappers, they are terrorists, they are saboteurs? that you are now calling for them to go and fight? Where are your own Biafra Defense Forces that NGOZI is recruiting for you? Because you are there in the fundraising, helping her to gain popularity, raising funds for her, whereby she herself is deceiving all of you and knows quite well that none of the money she is raising is coming to the Biafra Defense Force because she doesn't have any affiliation or link to them. You listen to the general commanders speak here that they have cut off ties with her, and because she doesn't want to listen to whatever they are saying, and she cannot come to sabotage them. And whatever group she's going to raise, they will buy on the spot when they come and attack them. What do you want to hear again? Now, you say Biafra land is under siege, and you are now calling on the same Biafra Defense Forces. Biafra land in Osu and Idemili, I sat down and I watched early in the morning. Videos were emanating where Biafrans were slaughtered by Fulani terrorists. And then NGOZI's media docs, they were posting the video on the media. From morning till night, NGOZI cannot pick that video, post it, and then condemn or even write something to give what? Consolence or comfort or courage to Biafran people, or to reassure them that there is a government. No, from morning till night, she could not. Do you know why? Because when PM was here, she has never for once retweeted or posted any of the videos that we deal with the terrorists that are coming to kill our women and children. I want all Biafrans to go to NGOZI's page of Twitter. Scroll down from 2021 down to this very day. Bring me one post of PM that we post about the Woto Pro Max that we deal with the terrorists, which NGOZI will retweet, or even she will be the one to upload the video and then post and then write something condemning the terrorists of one Nigeria. No. The only thing that you see her post is about the killing in the north, the killing in Zamfara, the killing in Benue, the killing in Niger State, because that is where she has her contract to protect the people of Nigeria, to see that women and children in Nigeria have a right to vote for election, to be part of election of one Nigeria. That is her mandate. That is the mission she has on her platform, the NCWNC, and every other platform that she has. It is to see that there are elected governors and ministers and senators and presidents in Nigeria, to see that everyone have a right to also cast their vote for one Nigeria to continue to exist. But you see, inside this Biafran government, everyone should go and inform her that she came too late, just like the Biafra Defense Forces generals told her. She came too late, very, very late, because the Prime Minister has set unbreakable and indomitable foundations that you cannot break for the next 100 years. It doesn't matter how small we are, whether we have money or we don't have money. Those ones that you see in Benin Republic, you see in Burkina Faso, they are not billionaires and millionaires. They are poor guys, but they have put themselves on the line to make sure they do what? They sacrifice their lives to see that there is freedom from the hands of the terrorists that have invaded their lands. Likewise, the Prime Minister. It doesn't need to be a rich man, a billionaire or millionaire. No, his sacrifice is enough. That is why when you look at the Biafra Declaration document, everything that is speaking there is telling Biafran people that because of the sacrifices that the Prime Minister has put in, Biafran people now give confidence and then tell him, you have our loyalty. That is one name that you see on the declaration document from the beginning of the page to the end. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. You have gained the confidence of the Biafran people. They said that I have collected money from Nigeria, and Minister Ajare, Minister Ankere, Minister Dabeti, Minister Paul 555, and many of us that we have collected money from Nigeria to betray the Biafran liberation. My people, I have not collected any money. When you hear them say, I have collected money, please ask them to bring proof. It is not all about propaganda and slander and blackmail just to destroy people's name because you want to gain media popularity, to be able to destroy the mindset of people and then move on. No. Now, all of you cabinet members that were in the Biafran government in Ezra cabinet that have now decamped to go and join the breakaway group, go and sit down and ask yourself a question. When your prime minister was here, has there ever been a time that he dragged his PA, Minister Success, or he dragged the Defense Forces logistics and movement of accounts, transactions, and how they manage the
Minister, your voice is not coming out.
Yeah, the network is hanging. This network is hanging. So, fellow Biafrans, I'm sure you are listening to what our Minister of Communication and Information is saying. All those propaganda, it is now getting clear in all your eyes that none of them are true. None of them are true because they can't even prove it. There is no evidence.
There is a time that the lies will catch up with you. My voice still they come out?
It's coming out now.
Yeah, it's coming out now.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Maybe there was breaking transmission on internet. I was sending a message to the cabinet members of BRGIE who have now break away to go and join the breakaway group of NGOZI. They should ask themselves and be truthful to themselves if there has ever been a time that the prime minister summoned Minister Success in the cabinet, summoned the defense council, summoned Minister of Finance, and bring them to the jury, calling for their misconduct or mismanagement of funds that Biafrans donate for Biafra liberation. All of you that have been brainwashed with positions of you want to be secretary of this, secretary of that, the God of Biafra will ring bell on your ears and some of you will go mad because Biafrans have died in this freedom. And if you just check for the past 2-3 days, we have seen numbers of Biafrans that have been slaughtered in Owerri and in Osu community, and Idemili. These are the sacrifices that people are paying for this Biafra liberation. So when you stand up and enter the media and you start to do slander, blackmail, intimidation, propaganda, just to be able to do what? To garner social media support, you will not get away with it. Yes, you won't get away with it. Now, let us go to the big question so that all of you can ask the questions yourself and will continue to ask the questions going forward. Minister Ajare, if you have something to say, you may say.
Our APM have just posted a memo on this massacre in Biafra land. He just posted a memo. There are gory images there, but if you can get them and read them, maybe in the course of this broadcast, that would be nice for Biafrans to know. Our APM have just made a statement, and it is out there right now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, in the course of the session, we will bring some of them.
Yeah, but be
up.
careful because there are some gory images, so don't put the images. You can just read the memo without the images. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, fellow Biafrans, you people that understand the game this fake woman is playing, you can now put 1 and 2 together, just like our minister have told us here. Go back and find out what have she ever, been saying about the woto that our prime minister have been posting. Not even one retweet, not even coming out openly to speak about the woto. And when we talk about Fulani and the jihadists, operating in our land, she will come and make a video and debunk it, telling you that the Biafra she's looking for is Biafra of oneness, Biafra of unity, that we are bringing division. I still have that video. There are so many of these evidences that PM will see more than enough. More than enough. So, Biafrans, you don't need to even look too far before you see what this woman is up to. You don't need to look too far. Especially all this audio and video leak she's leaking. Confidential meetings, private meetings with PM, meetings that were not even recorded on video, that is supposed to be, maybe audio record or whatever. You see the video, people recording it on screen, and she's even displaying it, playing it, boldly playing it. And then the question you even ask yourself, when she's posting the video where she want to blackmail Paul Ombiko, because Paul Ombiko rejected her fake government. Had it been Paul accepted that fake government, that video, she will still keep it. She will not display it. But because Paul rejected it, she had to come and play the video to tell you that Paul Ombiko is this, is that. But Paul is whiter than white and whiter than snow. Paul is genuine, fighting for the freedom of Biafra. But look at Ugo behaving like, I don't know, like a zoo zombie. Look at what Ugo has turned himself into. Now Ugo is even calling our APM a bubago. Can you believe that? Accusing Paul Ombiko of what he cannot even verify. Paul is just having mercy on him. If not, they live in the same Spain. Would have gone to the Spanish court to go and answer questions. Huh? Anyway.
No, it's not that Paul is just having mercy on him. It will get to that point. We just want him to continue to put more allegations on himself. Let him go continue first. Then after then, Paul will carry all the evidence and go to the Spanish court. He will come and defend all of them.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at what is happening. Nigeria is in total disarray, and Nigeria is collapsed. And we are, in fact, this is the time that we are supposed to advance the more and continue to shine the light of this our freedom for the whole world to see us and recognize us. Who has acknowledged this shameless woman? Who? Or she's deceiving you with we are now a nation. We are now a nation. A nation acknowledged by who? A nation acknowledged by who? She will tell you, Eritrea acknowledge us. Eritrea, they are still fighting for their feet. Even to I know Kahama, Ambazonia. Ambazonia, is have they not been our ally from day one? Have they not been looking for the same thing that we are looking for? Have they gotten their freedom yet? No. So these two countries that are still in exile are the one that you are bragging that they have acknowledged you, that you are now a nation. Meanwhile, look at the massacre going on in Biafra land. You can't even boldly speak about it. You want to look for army that you will pay. And Biafrans, those that are foolishly following them, you are not even asking her to give account. You keep talking about account. If account is really, what is bothering you, don't you know where to look for the account? Have the Biafra Liberation Army, have they complained? They are our finance minister is the one that is, taking care of the Biafra Liberation Army through the money you have been donating. They have not complained. NGOZI have not sent a dime to the Biafra Liberation Army. She's telling you about army. Have you seen any of the army she's talking about? Have she shown you any army? So which army is she paying? with the money you have given to her so far? The $20,000 Owoma gave to her, cash, where she wanted to bribe Owoma. So have you come together and asked her, Ngozi, where is the $20,000 cash that was given to you in Finland? What have you done with it? 20,000 solid dollars. What did she do with it? The 400 euro she gave to Owoma, Owoma returned it. So that's to say the money is still intact with her. What has she done with it? Has she accounted for it? All the money you paid in for Finland Convention, have you asked her how did she account for it? Let her tell you that she remitted so and so amount to who. Then you will not prove it. You have not asked her. You are saying that Oge was called for to give account. Where? When? How? That is why I was, calling the elder woman I called in my program. I don't want to call her name again today. My minister have already spoken about the people that are in that, fake cabinet. And you see all these things that this woman is doing. Can you shamelessly come out and tell Biafra that there was no time our prime minister have ever called anybody, neither Ogechukwu Nkere as finance minister, nor sources for any accounting or for any questioning about mismanagement of fund? Has it ever happened? The answer is no. And then why are you keeping quiet and allowing this woman to deceive gullible Biafrans? And some of you that want to be in the media, like the one they call calendar, you just carry a camera. Your account, and I'm also when you put your account. And this is an idiot that will tell you that I am speaking from outside. I am not a member. I'm only making common sense. Common sense you don't have, and you say you're making common sense. So where is the sense you are making? Simple sense you don't have. Ask them to show you a proof where Ogechukwu Nkere was called for to give account. Is there anything like that? That is why I keep telling all of you, Ndocho, Chika Ike, is it Chika Ike or Mary Ike, whatever your name is, aka Adadiorama, you have 5 more days. The gods are going to go after you. 5 more days.
Now, when we look at this memo on the screen, this is the memo of NGOZI doing appointment on giving people offices. Here, you see Ugo 247, you see Tochi, you see QTV, you see Biafra Unite, and you see Biafra Writers of Conscience, and you see 555 Vision, and you see that Rama. Now, Biafran people, when we say that Ngozi leaking Biafra government's private videos is for blackmail, intimidation, slander of character, impersonation, which leads to what? Treason, is because she put Minister 555 Vision's name on her list, and then Minister 555 Vision came out and denounced and remove himself and say, I don't want to support evil. I don't want to support evil. That is why she now went and brought you of a private meeting of the Biafran government that concerns Minister 555 Vision. What is the aim? The aim is to do what? Propaganda, blackmail the person, intimidate, and then destroy the person's character. Because the person has refused to do what? To bow to our evil plot. Now, ask her if she can as well go and bring the videos
Yeah, I don't know which videos. The network, this network, mind yourself and give my minister free internet. Ada, Please, you can add some spices while you wait for him to connect.
Yes, thank you. My wonderful Biafrans, you know, the elders will tell the younger ones that a word is enough for the wise. We all know that we are predominantly Christians, so I will always make reference to what happened in the Bible. When Solomon asked...
Can everyone hear me?
Okay, go ahead.
Because network, I had to refresh. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Go on.
Yeah. The question was to Ngozi, can you go and bring every other cabinet member's leaked video, which you leaked out? For those ones that are still with you now, that are singing your praises, all of them, can you bring all their videos of when they were grilled in the cabinet meeting, when they had one or two issues? Can you go and bring them out? Like the one that they call Haji. Can you bring our own video out? As you leak it, can you leak our own and bring it out? When she was grilled in the cabinet meeting by the Prime Minister, can you bring her out because of her misconduct? And then she was later suspended. Can you also bring the Adadorama also?
When she was called Sabo, when Adadorama was called Sabo by Prime Minister.
When she was called Sabo, when I addressed a matter in the cabinet.
Fake.
And then I called Prime Minister to caution her and every cabinet members not to even attack her, that they should allow Prime Minister to handle her case in a different way. Can she, Ngozi, go and also bring those leak videos, since she's leaking out every government cabinet meeting?
Or when Carolina was even insulting our Prime Minister, Carolina.
I am coming now. I'm coming to that word now.
Can you bring it?
Can she also go and bring a video where Carolina was grilled by the Prime Minister and she was insulting the Prime Minister in the cabinet? Can she as well go and bring? Okay, no, when they bring talk come out. Can she also bring the full video of that day that I summoned that meeting that made PM to grill her? Can she bring?
Mazi, let them also know that these people were suspended indefinitely. Carolina, Adadorama, Adandoto were suspended indefinitely. Indefinitely. It's the same NGOZI that brought them back. The same NGOZI.
And can she also bring Gaddafi's meeting in the cabinet the day he was grilled and all the questions that I was asking in that meeting? And then so that everything will show to the media, so that because you people want to be destroying people's characters. Sonny has never been a pushover. He's someone that will always ask questions for clarification so that everyone in the cabinet will be of the know and things will be in order.
That's the one they call reputation damage.
So can Ngozi, because there is nowhere someone is grilled or something is going wrong that I will not ask pertinent questions to clarify issues. That is how I asked the other question that I saved everybody today when I asked PM. Are you telling us that this evil woman here will go and make changes to Biafran government document without your consent? He said, no, I did not say that. Don't implicate me. I never said so. Today, all of you have seen what she's doing. She wanted to go and make changes to the Biafran government website, which Onyendu had given a strict instruction. Prime Minister, when he came, he stood on that instruction. He did not go against it. Rather, he created another website to add up. We now have two. Now, this woman now, few days after PM has gone inside, she met the website manager to go and make changes to the Biafra government website, the two official websites where we are doing donation to men on ground. That is why you hear the general commanders that was saying that you do not need to go and touch those two websites, those two accounts that Oga put in place for money to be raised and be sent to them in the homeland for the Biafra defense. So can this evil woman go and release every other leaked videos that she has released and has been sending out after we have cabinet meeting. Now, from all these leaked videos of the Biafran government classified meetings, which are not supposed to be in the open, was Prime Minister not okay when he did not allow the meeting to be in the open? He made it a private meeting because he had to do what? Protect the interest and the integrity and the image of his government. He made it a private meeting. He did not bring it to the air. After deliberations are done, he will just come and make announcements. Many of you, when you did not see Adade Rama speaking for a few weeks or days, and Carolina, you were asking us questions. Why is she not joining this? Why is she not joining this? Why is she not joining this? Did you hear Prime Minister make announcement that she is officially suspended? Prime Minister did not make official announcement. He said it is a decision of internal cabinet meeting. And we have to watch the conduct of the persons that have been suspended. So no official announcement. But they know that this is what the decision of the cabinet has been. Prime Minister did not come and open their nyash and leave it in the public with all the misconduct that they did and whatever that they did. He left it as classified as it is to protect the image of the government. Now you have someone that was recording every meeting that we are in. Who knows whether she has even recorded meetings that Prime Minister will have with some of the American Congress members and then send it over to the zoo. Because there are some meetings that we have with all these top officials in government that they don't need recording. They don't need that meeting to be recorded. Because if you record it and then tomorrow, boom, in the media, it will go and destroy their work in the American circle and also the international community. Some of them will come just because they want to help Biafra to do what? To have private meeting with Prime Minister and give audience. And this evil woman now will be the one to be doing recording. Prime Minister will tell her, as my COS, as a personal secretary that someone has, the best thing that you can do is tell your secretary to set up a Zoom meeting for you because you want to have a meeting with this person. Set up this Zoom meeting. Set up this Zoom meeting. Set up this Zoom meeting. So after PM has now given you that trust, you will be recording the meeting and extracting the records of the meeting to go and use it and give it to whoever you want to give it to. She posted Minister Paul's grilling inside the cabinet meeting of a private meeting, but she did not post the person that actually brought about the what? That cabinet meeting. The person that caused the misconduct in the media department that was recording the media. It is the same thing. Listen, it is the same thing that led to that meeting that was summoned that NGOZI is still doing. Doing what? Recording a cabinet meeting and leaking it out. That is the same thing that necessitated that meeting of Paul. Paul was not the one that was recording. It was Biafra Unite that did it. And then Paul had his instinct that Biafra Unite, this thing is coming from you. Why must you do it? So between NGOZI that is bringing out leaked audio to come and use it to blackmail and create propaganda narrative to intimidate other people to garner support in the media. And all of you that your brains have been brainwashed now, where is your state? Is it only Minister Paul's private meeting that she brought out? She brought out the one of me summoning a meeting for the entire cabinet, for Prime Minister to address our misconduct also. The meeting was not about Sonny, the meeting was about NGOZI. It was to address NGOZI's misconduct. But because she doesn't have the boldness to bring the entire video from the beginning of the meeting to the end, all of you, if you go and look at that video when she posted it, you see that that meeting is about whether 3 hours. So she fast forwarded to where she want to record and bring to come and do propaganda and blackmail and slander. So why not post that meeting complete from that beginning to the end so that everybody will hear how your matter was brought to the table?
So this network is wearing. Now, Biafrans, it is good that you all know that this lady is now running her own government, not the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa's Biafra Republic government in exile. Now, I'm just seeing a memo she's written. You know, they have been using our head office address since, but now I've seen her house address. Her house address is what she's now using as her head office. Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, at least it's good that she has separated herself from the government of our prime minister. So
Yeah.
her headquarter now is now Candia Road, Decatur, Georgia, United States of America. Yeah. Because I was thinking that they will be telling you that we hijack. Meanwhile, they've been using our address, the address of the office of the government of Biafra. Biafra Republic government is registered in Maryland, United States of America. Now, you can now see that Ngozi Orabueze, she has her own government, her own head office. And now, my sonny, I'm just seeing the latest memo she just released 11 minutes ago. This thing just flashed now. I said, let me look at their head office. Now, Ngozi's head office is now in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. So that means she's using her house address as her office. Biafrans, you can now see who you are following. Those of you that have been deceived to be listening to Ngozi. The Prime Minister. You remember the office? How I wish we can flash our head office, that picture. You remember that?
Wait, let's look for our head office and bring it here.
Remember our prominent head office that Emeka Livingstone and the rest of them, they went to remove our flag and say, lie, it is fake, it's fake.
Yeah,
eventually,
the man called Prince. That man called Prince.
Yes. Eventually, it was proven that place is our head office. It was launched and opened. You remember in the days of Azoka, the ribbon was open, everybody was there. And funny enough, do you know that Ngozi was not in town that time? She went to South Korea because she didn't go to Baltimore. But eventually she went there. And Ogechukwu Nkere, our finance minister, then received her, even though he knew that she was fake and she had been fighting him. But he never mind because it is Biafra first. He received her in that office in Baltimore, Maryland. But right now, as I'm talking to you, the head office of Ngozi Orabueze is no longer the head office of the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Our head office is in Baltimore, Maryland. You know that building, where our office is. Ask Ngozi to show you where her office is. Her office is in her kitchen. Georgia, Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia. Look at the address. Let me tell you the address of Ngozi's office. So I have the address here. The address of Ngozi's office is, let me read it out for you. 2435. The thing not even clear. Candlia Road. Hey, now the thing not even clear. Which machine they type this thing for them? Let me try and read it from here. 435 Candia Road, Decatur, Georgia. That is GA 30032 USA. That is her head office in Georgia. It is not, Ngozi's head office is not in our. So tell me, which government is Ngozi running? Is she with our prime minister? She's not with our prime minister. Go and read the memo she just released. Go back to all the memo, because she knows that everything she's doing is counterfeit. That is why she is running. Ngozi is running, and some of you are following her. Ngozi is running. Some of you that are senseless, you are following her for Nyash. Thank God, I don't know who have decided to stay away from the shenanigan. Very soon you will see her. She will come back to where she belongs, which is the Prime Minister, Biafra Republic in exile in Baltimore. I don't know who was there in Baltimore when it was inaugurated. She know where the head office is. All of you that are following Ngozi, please, Minister, show us that our head office.
This is our head office, the inside.
The inside.
So, for those that did not see, this was when our Egbejen job was there to do the official
opening.
inauguration. Now, we hear that she has opened her own office now.
You can go to her page and bring out that her new office.
We will go there. We will go there. This is our head office.
Yes.
And she cannot enter here.
She can't,
because she knows that our case is different. Let me go to our website so that I bring the front view for everyone to see the front view of our head office. If you have not seen it before, this is Mama Erewa. I can see Mama Erewa here when every arrangement were being made for the inauguration of the head office. Okay, when we go to our website, we see the official photo of the front view. Yeah. This is the front view here. I can't easily get, okay, right. This is the back side where you now walk up here. This is where Emeka Livingstone climb up. He climbed up to this place. I was making video. And then this camera here, this CCTV camera here, was capturing him and everything that he was doing there. And Prime Minister was watching him all the way from Finland.
Yes, I remember.
So these people are just useless. And Victor, or whether it's Okanobi or Obanobi, that is making noise, he was part of the accountability team of Emeka Livingstone. When they said that this office is fake, and he was calling Prime Minister Ghost Prime Minister. Ghost Prime Minister. Then, when they now finally went to see that this office existed, he now became an abandoned Emeka Livingstone. He abandoned Emeka Livingstone and then left them. And when sat on the fence, he came back to come and start pleading Prime Minister. To beg Prime Minister, hey, I have seen that I was wrong. I just come to ask myself, why will I be asking for accountability? What will I do with the information, whether they use 10,000 or to buy weapons or granite or stick or AK-47 or grenade? What will I do with the information? I've just come to realize that it is null and void, that it is useless, it is a mistake. Today, the same Victor Obanobi is with NGOZI today again, doing what? The same issue of accountability again. Looking for accountability of Biafran government, Biafra defense today again. So Ada, you may say something because I want to pick another photo on the media to show Biafran people.
Yes, you know, our people, some of us have very short memory in forgetting things. There was a time Well, let me start from the video you displayed.
Sorry, Wanda, there's
Yes.
something, there's one information that just came now. They said that that address that NGOZI is using for her new office, they say it's the hospital address, the psychiatric hospital address. Where people.
So we Google it. Let's Google it. If you
Oh my
check
God.
it on Google, Google
Jay.
will tell you where the location of what the address is.
Psychiatric hospital, that is where you people are using as your head office.
Yeah, because they are all mental patients. You know, from the first video that was played by our Minister of Information, you will hear where one of the commanders, Commander Holy Ghost, was asking her a question that she never answered. He asked her a pertinent question that is very, very vital, and the question that will send any listener a very important information. Somebody asked you to surrogate, you claimed, that's her own claim. And you never told Biafrans that PM said, go and create another government. Because when you are surrogating, you are going to look after something for somebody, not to disorganize. That notwithstanding, when PM was here, PM never took you to hold a meeting with the men on ground or the commanders, because Commander Holy Ghost asked her, why is it, if you are your position or you claim that your position is too important, why is it that PM never for once, not for once, taking you along to hold a meeting with them? So why do you now want to be a Jew for the eye of Nigeria in what we are doing? Because if you are such an important person to the extent of making yourself Deputy Prime Minister in our PM's absence, why is it that you don't have access to account? You don't have access to the men on ground, and now you want to go and create your own? Any wise and sensible person will know that something is fishy. Even when that Eritrean president came that day, he said that he smelled a rotten egg.
A rotten egg. He said it. I smell a rotten egg.
And that something is definitely wrong. Why is the PM not here? Maybe when PM comes out, he will tell us in detail. Because this woman, there is something she knows that we can't give account of. Because some people are just speculating, but I don't like to expound on that she was there when PM was taken by the security men, and she left later on. But you know, hearsay is not acceptable in law. But my people say where there is smoke, there is something fishy. As the Eritrean president, a matured man, immediately he came and saw what was going on, and he was given the mic. He expressed his God-felt feelings that he smells a rotten egg. And that rotten egg is within, you know, is within us. I don't know, those people who are sticking around with her, definitely I believe that the spirit of the slain Biafrans, the spirit of our brothers and sisters that have gone in this very struggle, including the recent ones in Ihamufu and the one of day before yesterday or yesterday at Osu, they will always fight their cause. It's only a matter of time. This type of thing, we are not fighting anybody, but because she has constantly addressed people with Nkere, as criminals, because that's her word. She calls people criminals, somebody who wants peace, who wants Biafra. The kind of thing we are seeing in Nigeria, all of you are seeing the trait in that person, and you are sheepishly following. Something is wrong somewhere. But it's not our problem, it's her own problem. Let her solve it and let her deal with it. Biafra must continue. The real and genuine Biafrans. We are not scared because we have seen this time before. I will say to Nelly, how far? Nsima, how far? Livingston and the rest, how far? You know, this type of person, when Azuka, though I was not in the group that time, when Azuka was working with PM, everything was going good. But this kind of people, you know women how they are, they will bulldoze their way. And anyone that such person sees as an obstacle,
Mute your side first so that
yeah, anybody that person sees an obstacle, she will kick the person out of the way. Because when you see all these videos that she brings out gradually, you will see that almost all the ministers have a case with her, and PM will continue to sort problems out. Is that the spirit of fight for freedom, or the spirit of someone who wants power? Why would you be coming to Biafra government in exile to look for power? We are not like a corporation or a company, you know, advertising employment vacancy. We are fighting for freedom because we are intimidated, marginalized. They are killing us, they massacre us in hundreds, even till now. So this is blood fight, and you are coming here to look for position. And sensible people, matured men and women, will be asking you, why is it that Nkere refused to come and make account? Make account for who? She's only a secretary. I don't know what you people classify COS to mean. You know, and this person does not even hold a powerful position in the government. So nothing of the nature that will convince anybody that she is holding a very strategic and powerful position. But you will see that something that somebody premeditated for years, she saw the opportunity to cave in and start dividing the ministry. Those that she used to fight with, she saw the opportunity to get rid of them. But unfortunately for her, those who are now working with her are leaving one after the other, until finally the breeze and the storm will come down and you will not hear of her. It's only a matter of time. Thank you, my people. Thank you, my minister.
Thank you, Ada, Honorable Betty. Let us open another box. We are refreshing the minds of Biafrans for them to understand something. Now, here is stated 1st of December. Here is stated 1st of December. Here is a memo that is stated 1st of December. Can Biafran see the screen very well? My minister's in the studio. Can you see the screen well? Can you read what is there?
we can see, but it's tiny. If you can
tiny.
zoom it.
If you zoom
you
it,
can
let me see whether the Twitter will allow us to zoom it, because it's on Twitter.
Yeah, for you to zoom it, don't open the picture. Open it just from the page. Just leave the page, leave it on the page. Then you can zoom it. If you open the picture, you cannot zoom.
It's done
Okay.
her signature.
Okay. Is it big now?
See if you can zoom it. Just if you zoom in.
I don't zoom, I don't zoom, check.
Well, maybe.
I can only read the top ones. Government of the United States of Biafra.
There's the way I zoom it. If you open it
Ministry of
on the
Defense.
page. Now for Twitter, I did make I go open and zoom out. That's the way you zoom it.
Wait, let me reset it first.
As you did there, so you can zoom it on your computer.
Now from here, they zoom now.
From the top right.
Is it coming up? Is it coming clear?
Be going, be zooming. Be zooming, be zooming. Be zooming, zoom. Continue to zoom. Continue to zoom, continue to zoom. Zoom it to 200 and something.
Okay.
Yeah, I can read it a bit.
Zoom it again, zoom again.
Is hereby suspended.
Zoom it one more time.
Yeah. I can read
it's
it
300 now.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay. We can read it now.
Yeah, 1st of December.
Okay. All right. Now, it is dated 1st of December, 2024. The NGOZI released this memo. And then, if you can look at the person that now carried the signature, she played a fast one on Solomon Nkwocha here.
She will deny him.
That is what I'm saying. If all of you can look at this memo on the screen, NGOZI carried out this evil. And then she played a fast one. She did not sign the document herself. Uche, that falsified the Prime Minister's letterhead to write this thing, did not also sign her own signature, his own signature, Uche. What did they sign? They used Solomon Nkwocha's signature. And you know what happened? After then, Solomon Nkwocha came out and was shouting that Uche has faked his signature to put on the document that is not supposed to be his signature, that he did not approve anything. He's not the one that signed the document. So we want Biafrans to see the evil that is happening here. Now, let us go back to the letter now. You see, it is dated 1st of December, 2024. All of us were in convention, right? Convention lasted from 29th of November to 3rd of December. And this evil here was planned on when? The 31st night. 31st night.
My minister will tell you that they have planned all this before.
30th night, Abby. November ended in 30th days, Abby. 30th, Abby. 30 days, Abby. No, be so. Okay. Yes. This evil was done in the night of 30th November. I was in this meeting and then I cautioned NGOZI, if they can release the leaked meeting recording, because they are leaking every private meeting of the government. If they can go and bring it so that you will hear how I cautioned them. And this Solomon Nkwocha, I cautioned them, I said, Prime Minister has never for once brought Biafra Defense Forces matter to be discussed in the open floor of the cabinet. There is Defense Council, and you cannot bring these issues to discuss here. Take it out. Shut down this meeting. That was what I said. Shut down this meeting. Take this out. Go and discuss it somewhere else. Accountability issue of the defense can never be discussed in this meeting. NGOZI carried the mouse and muted everybody in the meeting. Why? Because she wants to do her will. Thank God Minister Suno was there. Every other ministers were there. Those that can open their mouth and speak. Me, I spoke against this evil. Then, what did they do? They continue to talk about it. Because NGOZI has muted everybody and then only allow herself and Solomon Nkwocha to be the one to talk. They started narrating and doing propaganda, blackmail, and slander, and bringing issues of the security into the cabinet meeting to start discussing. And when I had a slight chance for the microphone to be open again, I shouted on Solomon Nkwocha. I said, Solomon Nkwocha, why are you doing this kind of thing? Why didn't you do this thing when Prime Minister was here? Why are you seeking for accountability of the defense and you are bringing it to this cabinet when it never happened when PM was here? Why are you now calling for Minister Success to be removed from the defense, who happens to be a direct PA, which Prime Minister appointed by himself? From 2021, that we took over this mantle from IPOB Nigeria to take charge of ESN. This is the person that Prime Minister has trusted with the defense, and he has not changed him, no matter anything, since 2021. That is why, even as he is inside detention now, this most trusted PA of PM has refused to betray the policies that Prime Minister put in place. That is how far Prime Minister has trusted him to. Because Solomon said he wants Success to be removed so that what? So that the money they used to send and channel to men on ground for logistics will now come through him, Solomon. I shouted, I said, oh, so because of money, you want Success to be removed from the assignment that PM gave him. You want money to now go through you. I said, Solomon Nkwocha, why didn't you ask Prime Minister to remove Success when he was here? Why must you now canvass to remove Success in the absence of Prime Minister? Please tell them to release their leaked videos and their leaked recording of the meeting, if they have the ability and the courage to release it, so that people will hear and know how they start bringing security matters to start discussing, and how Sonny opposed it. How Sonny stood and opposed it. Because I shouted on him and I said, Nkwocha, you are evil for starting this in the absence of the Prime Minister. Bringing up accountability to use as placard. You bring accountability as a name, as the excuse, so that you can come and destroy the defense with whatever plan that you and NGOZI has. When I raised this alarm and then I shouted in that meeting, NGOZI kicked me out of the meeting. You know, when they block you out of a Zoom meeting, you cannot rejoin again. They remove you and then they report you from the meeting. That is how NGOZI kicked me out of this meeting. The rest of the discussion that they stay inside that meeting to plan and do their evil, they later agreed themselves inside there to send out this memo that the PA of the Prime Minister is suspended. So while all of you are in your hotel rooms inside the convention, the cabinet meeting was ongoing where they are planning how to destroy what? The defense. That is why today you hear NGOZI say she is doing recruitment. Today, she tell you that the Biafra army that Prime Minister unveiled in Helsinki on the mandate of Biafran people, that they are social media commanders, they are kidnappers, they are sabos, they are criminals. She did not just say this to the Biafra Defense Forces. She also said it to who? The international lobbies and attorneys that the Prime Minister contracted for the Biafran people for the diplomatic recognition of the United States of Biafra in America and everywhere. NGOZI's leaking of BRGIE private meetings and videos is for what? Propaganda, blackmail, and intimidation. And this is equals to what? Treason. Treason. Any of you that have been working in the police, or work in the army, or navy, or air force, or work in the judiciary, or any investigation bureau team, tell me if you have the right to release any of the classified informations that are within your confines in the line of your duty. Or if you are working in the immigration office, tell me if you have the right to release people's personal data that are inside the immigration data system, which you are privileged to work in that department. So if NGOZI is going to bring private videos of meetings of all that has been happening behind the scene, all of you should ask yourself a question. Why coming out with this? It is aimed at blackmailing people, intimidation, because the people refuse to play to our path. Now, I just heard that our mama, Adaonowu, has realized her mistakes and has abandoned her. Very soon, you people will now see that NGOZI will release one of the private videos. NGOZI will release one of the private videos.
Don't remove that picture. Can you scroll down? Let us see the address.
I'll bring it back. Now, as at that time, they were still using the head office of Baltimore.
Let us show BIAFRANS so that we'll go and bring the one she posted today and show them, so that they will confirm that NGOZI is no longer with our prime minister. He's no longer with our prime minister. She's now her own. Can you just go down?
They did not even put itself because they were doing it in a rush.
Okay, they didn't put address.
No, they were doing this evil letter in a rush just to post it so that as we now appear in the convention pulpit on the 1st December, early morning, everywhere will be prepared for them to start doing their evil. So Uche forgot to put the address and the email of the Biafran government. And when you check other memos that I will bring, you will see that the email is there, the Biafran government address. This is a forged document. This is a forged letterhead of the prime minister that they use.
Yeah.
A forged letterhead of the prime minister that they use. So tell me, will your prime minister give approval for you to come and expunge his own PA? Not PA that is working inside the office with him, the one that is working with the defense, when he knows how intricate the defense of Biafra land is.
Mm-hmm.
So, Biafran people, you people should see. I was saying something about our mama, I don't know. I said I heard that mama, I don't know, has realized her mistakes by following NGOZI with her evil plan. Now, I am telling Biafrans that very soon, you will see NGOZI bringing out private conversations of her with Mama Adom.
So as at 4 days ago, she was still using our address in Baltimore. 4 days ago, her memo was still showing Baltimore, our head office. So I think they just relocated to the psychiatric hospital today.
They finish me with laugh. It's a psychiatric hospital.
They just relocated the headquarters of our government to the psychiatric hospital today, because at 4 days ago they were still operating in under the mango tree near our APM office. Like EFIK-IBIBIO is Ukumango. No, there is one mango tree in Maryland, Baltimore, near that our head office. That's where she used to hide. But now, as our APM have drive them, pursued them, they now relocated to their psychiatric hospital.
Yes.
Now we are going to another memo. Biafran people, we just want all of you to see the damages that this evil woman is doing. Okay, this other memo now is when she do what? she is postponing Biafra government fundraising.
On the 8th of December,
Aha.
2024.
When Sonny Anajare and Ogenkere was here to say, you cannot suspend fundraising. All of you that have been making donations given to this woman, have you asked her what she's using your money for? I thank God that she has come out publicly to tell you that she's not using the money for the Biafra Liberation Army that was unveiled for your freedom, that she's using it to do a new recruitment of a separate groups of people, which has nothing to do with the Biafra Defense Forces. Now, how do you confirm that it has nothing to do with the Biafra Defense Forces? You are going to see, because she by herself and by herself alone, did what? She told you that the Biafra Defense Forces headquarters is saboteur office. See it here. Let us go there. So that when you are counting the atrocities of how this woman have been destroying all the structures that Prime Minister set up, you will see it and understand it very well.
Yeah. It's not just
Now,
that he set it up.
now,
It took him time, and this woman just destroyed it under 1 or 2 weeks.
okay. Now we want people to look at this group that she posted. This group is on Telegram, and this group is called General Victory for 1,000 Men. This is a group that we set up with Prime Minister since 2021. And the mandate of this group is for, when you hear of 1,000 Men group, they have been doing donation every month. Many of them will even do it weekly. They put it on their card for the thing to go out recurring on their account. Every month they are doing payment. The thing goes out as their support to the liberation. Now, this evil woman has come out and told you that this 1,000 Men group does not represent Biafra. What did she do? She tried to do what? To destroy every foundation that has to do with the finance of the Biafra Liberation Army. Everything that has to do with the finance. That is why, if you want to destroy a nation, first, attack the defense, attack the finance, and attack the media. That is why you saw her going to where? The defense first. Minister Success told her it is no-go area. General Butuzo told her it is no-go area. General Holy Ghost told her it is no-go area. And many of the Security Defense Forces Council. She came back to where? To finance. To come and target finance. And she has been able to now come and do what? Blackmail the finance minister with what? Accountability. You have to look for something to hang a dog on the neck so that you can kill a dog.
That's correct.
So when you carry one big bone that was eaten by NGOZI, NGOZI is actually the one that ate the bone of the chicken. But you now carry it, put one long rope, you hang it on the neck of a dog. You place the dog in the village square where everybody are walking past to go to the market. Anybody that walk past now will say, now this dog, now he steal that chicken. Now this dog, now he steal that kitchen. Now this dog, now he steal that kitchen. But the main person where eat chicken, not eat chicken pass. He just carry the bone, hang for the neck of the dog. So because he came out to come and tell you people that finance minister has taken Biafra money away. She came up with another propaganda of 15 million. That 15 million was for police. That finance minister has eaten the money. And that they now went and sold 4 uniforms for the color guards. That is the police uniform of the color guards that was used in the convention. Oh, my people. The uniform that you saw of the color guards has nothing to do with Biafra police. That uniform, Ngozi does not know anything about it. But because she wants to know everything, that uniform was organized by the organizing committee of the convention, of which Ngozi is not a member and not part of it. So she doesn't know anything. There is a committee that supervised the convention and arranged everything. But NGOZI wanted to use propaganda of police of 15 million and brought it together with that uniform, because you have to look for something to connect, to show and say uniform, 15 million. And the gullibles now went and believed her and then started doing propaganda and blackmail. Propaganda and blackmail. All of you have been deceived. And as you have been deceived, you are not being deceived against Nkere, the APM, the finance minister. You're not being deceived against Sonio. You're not being deceived against Ajare. You're not being deceived against Adabeti or 555. You are being deceived against your Biafra. You are being deceived against your Biafra defense. Today, as Fulani terrorists are rampaging and killing Biafrans, did you hear them ask where is NGOZI? No! They did not ask where is NGOZI. No! They did not ask you if NGOZI is your deputy prime minister or COS of a new government, or the madam you must bow, I'm the one in charge. No! The Fulani terrorists came, they killed you in your sleep. NGOZI woke up and even saw your dead body and could not even make any post about it, because she doesn't give a damn about you, whether you die or you don't die. No. So as you continue to abandon what you have been doing when Prime Minister was here, the defense forces that they set for you, NGOZI now came and told you that they are social media commanders and criminals and sabos and traitors. You now believe it. You are doing yourself more harm than good. Because when you are supposed to give them the support and the intelligence information of what happens in your area, because NGOZI have brainwashed you that the Biafra Defense Forces coming to speak against our evil, that they are now sabo, you will now start having distrust against your Biafra Defense Forces, which would now become detrimental to your own security. At the end of the day, they come and massacre you. Who are those calling? Please, people that are calling should stop calling. Please, people that are calling should not call, please. Don't call, please. Don't call, please. Oh, can they hear us? Can they hear us and not call again?
Don't call, don't call.
Don't call, oh. We are not in call mode now. We never enter call mode, oh. Hey!
Just decline. When you decline, it will go.
No, you know, say the thing coming from the computer and then coming from the phone, they are interconnected. So that's why I want to block it.
No, you don't say the thing coming from the computer and then coming from the phone.
This iPhone computer is good, but it gets
So, Biafran people, we want you people to come back to your senses and understand the damages that NGOZI has done. Anytime you see or post any leaked video or audio of a private meeting of the Biafran government, which you know is against ethics. Whose mic is open with the recorded video should off, please. Who is playing something from the background? Okay. You should understand that it is to do what? Destroy the government. Because you have not seen any day that Musa will bring security meeting that they are having to put it in the media, in their cabinet. You have not seen Tinubu brought their private meeting that they are having in their cabinet to put it in the media. You have not seen the American government bring private meeting of their cabinet council and put it in the media, no matter anything that happens. So when you see all these kinds of actions, you should understand that this person is in for evil, is in to destroy. Because if your aim is not in to destroy, you will not behave like a psychiatric person. It is only abnormal people that do this kind of thing. And these are people that shouldn't be in a government. Yes. Because if you cannot handle classified information, if you cannot keep information that should not be in the public, no matter anything, even if they put gun on your head, hey, then you don't even need to be privileged to such information. So this group that you people see here that she flagged on the Twitter is a group of men and women that have been making donations to support the Biafra Defense Forces since 2021. And NGOZI just joined this government yesterday. Oh. But what she tried to do first is to go and destroy every groups of persons that have been putting their heads together to stand with the Prime Minister since 2021 to contribute money and see that the Biafra Defense Forces stand their ground. I want all of you to open your eyes and to listen and see what's going on. Now, we are going to the Biafra Defense Forces that she said they are now not representing Biafra government. And wait, I think in this side now is where she said she is fighting a Biafra that has to do with inequality. So
and it is the task of nobody will demean you. Nobody will demean you. You all saw our attorney who confirmed our redeclaration. She's a young lady like some of you, and she knows what is playing out. She stood in Finland and declared that this generation, the next generation, can never, ever be undermined by any individual who believes because he is a man, he can undermine the woman in Biafra land. That will never happen. We will chase them so far.
Let me tell this coach. Let me tell this idiot something. This useless woman talking now. Do you know that this attorney she's talking about, myself and one other brother, I don't know, I have his card there. Myself and one other brother, we are the one that came to meet this attorney that does not know anything. Because this useless woman declared a cabinet, she dissolved cabinet in the convention, and she did not announce transition to a new government. No transition. So what it means is that if we did not come to meet this shameless woman, to tell her that, look, you have dissolved cabinet. And if this convention ends like that, that means we don't have any Biafra again. You have dissolved it. So you have to go back there and tell them that you are preparing for a transition just to save the face. So it is myself and one other brother that went to meet the Jane of a lady. We now told the Jane, do you know that this woman has dissolved cabinet? And that means I don't have any government. Tomorrow now, the zoo will come and say there's nothing like Biafra government. It is over. So she has to go back to that stage and tell them that there is an announcement that we have announced that we are going to be having a transitional government. So this shameless woman that doesn't have brain, who has now relocated her shameless government to a psychiatric hospital, she now came and announced that she is moving for a transitional government. If Vam and that other brother did not go and tell Jane, even Jane did not know. Shameless.
Minister Jare, let me still address something here. You have actually brought her something. And when she was talking, she said that somebody think that woman cannot be the one. This is not about feminism. This is not about feminism. No. This is not about woman led. If this is the idea that you people have brought into this Biafran government, that means you have failed. You don't bring feminism and then come and say it is a woman that people are downplaying woman. No. What is Ada here? Is Ada here? Ada Betty here not a woman? Our Egbeje Njogu that I put her photo on the screen before when she was standing in the head office of Baltimore on the inauguration day. Was she not a woman? Was she not the defense minister before? The Jane that you're talking about, is Jane not a woman? The former attorney of the Biafran government, was she not still a woman, Attorney Jane? In the Biafran government of today, the seat that we have, over 70-something cabinet members, 70%, no, not 70. How did I say 70? No, 80% were women. 80% were women. So women already had the inclusiveness in all ramifications of this government. And somebody is here talking to you, say is a bad woman. Now, let me address the issue of the transitional government that she is talking about. Now, I'm going to use America to explain something so that everybody will get this madness off the head and understand everything in the right sense. Because this nonsense has become too much, and this has brainwashed many people's brain. Now, American government just finished the election of presidency, right? Donald Trump won. No be so? Okay. Have you seen America dissolve the cabinet of Joe Biden? America has not dissolved the cabinet of Joe Biden. Joe Biden's cabinet still do what? It's still standing. But what happens? A new government that is working now as a transitional government has been set in place, which is what? Which is Donald Trump. Donald Trump government now is the what? Is the transitional government. So you don't need to dissolve an active government before you go and set up a transitional. No. You stand on the existing government, then you set up basis for a transitional government, which is what America has done. American government now set up election process. The election process is what? The transitional process. The election process for a new president to be elected is the transitional process. And the existing government that is conducting this election is Joe Biden's government. If American government wanted to act like moronic as NGOZI did, they would have dissolved Joe Biden's presidency and his cabinet. Then they now say, we are now going to transit into Donald Trump, which they have not even done election. They have not even done campaign. They have not even done the final election to know whether Donald Trump has won. So the process should be like this. Existing government is in place. That existing government is using their power to set in a transitional process for election, resolutions, and acts that will now bring in the new government. Now, a new government that is to come and assume power has been elected. And they are now in transitional process. And that new government now of transitional process is still standing pending when this existing government will now transit power into their hands. So that means the transitional group is already waiting to collect the power and to start working. Are you getting the point now? So until the day that the old government of Joe Biden now do what? On the power of the existing power of the Joe Biden government will now do what? Coronate Donald Trump as a transitional government. They will now put them into office. As they put them into office, that is when Donald Trump's government, which is a transitional government, has become full in office. And then it is that new office now that is in charge that now have the power to automatically dissolve Joe Biden's government. Because from that very day that Joe Biden's government is swearing in Donald Trump's government, the transitional process is complete. At that point, Donald Trump's government now is going to automatically, according to the way that has been stipulated in the law, will now automatically dissolve Joe Biden's government because there is a government in transition and it is now fully implemented and it is taking place immediately. And I want to ask all of you, the mad woman that stood up in the convention, while convention was still ongoing, with all the delegates that came from America and all over the world, she stood up and said, I hereby dissolve this government. The way it is done in the psychiatric hospital. Hey, Biafran people. Now don't suffer.
It's also good to let our people understand that in every sane government, that people are not behaving like a psychiatric patient. If you dissolve a government of which you are one of them or a member of that cabinet, you will also leave. You cannot dissolve a government that you are part of them or the group of cabinet ministers, and you will come back and come and ascribe the position of deputy prime minister to yourself and start demolishing the structural government that is existing, and you want to form another government. And upon that, you will have to let them know that in America, they don't have two military, the government does not have two military or two defense forces, because she's now trying to create her own military. Who is
God bless you.
COS that is carrying file. She's from carrying file for EM. From carrying file for EM. She's dissolving government. From dissolving government, she's conducting everything. She conducted secret election, contract this, that, conduct appointment. COS.
Hey, Minister Jare, please correct this one. Correct this one. She did not even conduct any secret selection. She acted by herself and by herself alone. She appointed herself deputy prime minister, the chief of staff, the you must bow madam in charge, because it is woman that was be in charge. So anyone that she appoints, if you don't accept or you come out to criticize her, she will now go and bring your private meeting that was done in the government to come and blame.
You forget, it's like you forget, say her own slogan is you must bow. If you don't bow, everything must be our own.
All the things we were running away from Nigeria is what she is bringing here. Only her, in every of her speech, she's the only one that will start backing from the beginning of that meeting till the end. And they will all be watching.
Her new name is Madam Saikia. Madam Saikia.
She will be shouting, screaming.
Now,
oh my God.
Let's show Biafran people something. This is the biggest of it all. Yes. Now, if you look at this Biafra Defense Forces headquarters account, you can see that it was unveiled in when? October 2023. And this is when Biafra Defense Forces was unveiled in Helsinki 2023 by all Biafrans that attended the convention in Finland, Helsinki. And on the mandate of the Biafran people, Prime Minister unveiled this Biafra Defense Forces headquarters for the Biafran people in defense of Biafra from terrorist invaders. Now, today, NGOZI is doing fundraising with you people. And you people are making donations and giving to NGOZI. While NGOZI has already done what? Told you people that these Biafra Defense Forces that Prime Minister unveiled on the mandate of the Biafran people in where? Helsinki 2023, October, that this Biafra Defense Forces does not represent and is not approved by our own government of Biafra, which means she has her own government. So the army, the Biafra Defense Forces that Prime Minister unveiled on the mandate of Biafran people does not support our own government, does not represent our own new government. So meaning that she has already condemned the Biafra Defense Forces, that she has nothing to do with them. But you know what baffles some of you? You don't ask her, how come you are coming to deceive us every day, do fundraising, and then you come out and say, the Biafra Defense Forces are doing this. The Biafra Defense Forces are doing that. The Biafra Defense Forces are doing that. But this is on the 17th of December that she wrote this memo condemning the Biafra Defense Forces, that they are not loyal to her. So it's all about loyalty now. It's all about submitting and bowing down to Madam, you must bow. It's not about Biafra again. So all of you Biafran people, this is where NGOZI condemned the Biafra Defense Forces. So we want you to go and look at it and then think. Let me leave the mic to my minister to say something. Mr. Jerry, over to you and Mr. Betty.
Yeah, NGOZI has no connection to the defense of Biafra. Thank God the defense of Biafra is in the capable hands of Igwe Butuzo. Onye na-egbu onye mgbe ndụ na-atọ ya ụtọ. Igwe Butuzo have already closed the door against her. That's why she's running mad. Igwe Ọpụta Obie bụ gentle, the Yahoo, knows what the Prime Minister have given to him, and they are keeping it intact. That is why Biafra land is safe today. Yes. All these people that you see, this massacre you are seeing, it is because Biafrans will not listen, some of them. When we tell you, if NGOZI is telling you, go and pay money into accounts, go and register for military, you expose yourself, you give them opening to come and attack. Going forward, if you want to be safe in Biafra land, completely reject anything or Abu Fulani. NGOZI is Fulani agent. Any loophole she open, if you admit it, you embrace it, you are welcoming Fulani into your area. You are welcoming Fulani into your zone, and you will have yourself to blame. So that's why you need to go to the Twitter handle of our APM, and then you read the updates that you just released today about this nonsensical, thing that NGOZI caused upon our land. The lives that were just lost recently is because of the compromise of NGOZI or Abu Fulani. That is why you see what is happening today. All these places where Fulani have penetrated, they were tightly secured before NGOZI sent in all this memo and all these things, opening the door for enemies to creep into our midst, weakening some parts, areas where were securely intact before. So please, Biafrans, pay attention. NGOZI is not investing anything in defense, nothing. Everything you have given to her is in her pocket. You can see that she's trying to equip her psychiatric hospital. And except you want to be a patient in her hospital, that's when you go and give her money. Our head office is in Maryland, Baltimore. That is the place our Prime Minister invested his time and the money that Biafrans put in for us to have our head office. Biafra registration is there in Maryland, Baltimore, our headquarters. It was inaugurated. The whole world saw it. NGOZI, this is your psychiatric hospital. When did you inaugurate it?
Maybe she will inaugurate it this weekend.
Okay. Maybe now that we are talking, she will inaugurate it.
You know that after I dragged her out over the slaughter in Osu that night, the next morning she came to come and retweet that massacre from QTV and then wrote something.
I saw it. When you touch her, she will run and do something. You touch her, you run and do something. I saw it. Shameless woman.
So Biafran people should see something to show you that NGOZI has formed a new group. She said the official logo of our own government will be released. Official logo of Biafra Defense. So this is to let you know. She said you should disregard every information that is coming from this Biafra Defense Forces headquarters, which Prime Minister unveiled for Biafrans. Now, Biafran people, Have you people seen how far and where you are? Have you people seen how far and where you are? For those of you that are following NGOZI, giving her all the support to destroy the defense, the PNB, which she cannot, because we have come out to put her where she belongs. She cannot go past this stage. She have told you people that she is forming her own new group of armed men and women, and she will give them a different logo. A different logo. So this very logo that Prime Minister unveiled for the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Resistance Fighters, the Dragon Marine, the Air Force, the Navy, and the Dragon Squad. NGOZI has told you people that Prime Minister was doing rubbish. That now she's going to come and do her own. So all of you that are following NGOZI, I want you to go back and have a rethink. I want you to go back and have sense of reasoning. I want you to go back and have a sober reflection and ask yourself the question, Prime Minister, put all these things in place for your security. But today, NGOZI is telling you that everything that Prime Minister put in place is bad. So she wants to come and do what? Put her own. And that bit, you may carry the mic.
Thank you, my minister. BIAFRANS, I can tell you people, we have a lot of evidence against this lady. But if we continue to unleash them, we will not live here today. The reason why we have to come here is not just that she's doing this. We want to tell you people and remind you that Onye Ndumazi Nnamdi Kanu has a legacy and he has a template, which all of you will agree with me that the Prime Minister followed step by step till from 2021 when he took over till last November. Now, nobody complained. Nobody said a word about the way the Prime Minister is running the government. But now, suddenly, even when I'm doing my own personal program, not with my colleagues, when I'm doing my own personal, one man came in and said to me, are you not a woman like her? Why are you people against her? Is it, let me ask Biafrans, this freedom fight, with all the number of people that have died during the war 1967 to 1970, and even dying till up to yesterday, is this freedom a child's play? When we sing the national anthem, don't you hear what he says? That we will fight to restore our land. My people, we are not saying this to win anybody over. I can tell you that the number of genuine ministers that are standing in for PM, we are good to go. We are not begging anybody to join us. This is not jihadist, where you force people to join you. While being transparent and steadfast, we have to remember that we are not begging anybody. If you have gone, you are gone. But it's just to remind you that Onyendu has a template which the Prime Minister followed till this time. Assuming the Prime Minister asked her to go and take care of everything he left behind, did he ask her to do all these things she's doing now? To the extent of revealing everything about his PA, our PM's PA, on the 1st of December. You people should realize that we were still in Finland, though. So think of it. Somebody who started this sort of thing on the 1st of December, you will know that she has planned this long time ago. I'm not saying that she knows what happened to our PM, but from the action, how can you sack somebody's PA in his absence? Is that what you told her to go and do? So we are bringing all this to your mind because I think some of us have very short memory. We don't remember. The other day, Adadiorama will be shouting up at Obie, trying to break the microphone. But today, she has taken her own side. And I think that God has taken this time to relieve all these hardworking and genuine ministers of the pressure that this woman has been a thorn on their flesh. And PM, there was a time PM was showing us that he's going great. Not just because of the pressure Nigeria is giving Biafrans, but if you check all the things she revealed, all the videos she released, every minister there was complaining about her. And PM was settling and settling and settling. Is this what we are here for? Divide and rule. And you will be calling the people you were with the other day, just 3 or 4 weeks ago, you were all together as ministers. You are now calling them criminals. So why were you working with criminals? This is what some sensible Biafrans should think about. All we need now is funding, because she has meddled with the number of people that were contributing in one post, and those that contribute to the account she gives, whose families are back home. Look at what is happening in the Southeast. Do you think that if PM is there, that this sort of thing will happen? It will not. But thank God that our Assistant Prime Minister, Mr. Nkere, who is also the Finance Minister, is standing his grounds. Time is coming when Biafrans will thank these ministers, especially the Finance Minister, for standing strong and not revealing the account. You people know what the account means to this struggle and the men on ground. We don't have to talk from now till tomorrow. A very good word is enough for the wise. So we are not begging all the breakaways to come back because we cannot take them. We are the Biafrans. If we could face Nigeria 1967 and fought them for 3 years with all the allies they had, who is one person? It's only a matter of time. So let us be strong and remain focused and donate, even if it is $1. Every little penny counts. So my people, we thank those who have been with us, who have been appreciating Prime Minister even in his absence, because everything you people are doing here will make the world realize that our PM is innocent from the Nigerian allegation. It's like kettle calling pot black. If Nigeria government could call freedom fighters terrorists, then I wonder what we will call Gumi and Shetima. So my people, I have to thank you once more for joining us and for listening. We will get there.
Thank you. Thank you
so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Betty. I see one comment on the chat before I continue. Somebody said, I will not make donations until I see Prime Minister. Another person said, you people should go and bring Prime Minister to speak to us. If not, I will not make donation. Another one said, you people should go and make sure Prime Minister speak to us. Another one said, you people are fighting for power. Another one said, I don't believe any of you until I see Prime Minister. Let me address all these idiosyncrasies. Ada, mute your side. voice is coming out. Yeah. Let me address this idiosyncrasies that is coming from the heads of some people. Now, Prime Minister is in police detention for interrogation, right? Now, as Prime Minister is there in police detention for interrogation, does Fulani stop killing your people? Does Fulani stop coming to attack your people? Does Fulani stop making moves to make sure they take over Nigeria? The other day, we saw bomb explosion in Zamfara, in Borno, in Benue, in Niger. If you say that you will not come and make donation to Biafra Liberation Forces from the two websites that has been approved, which is the Biafra Gov and IPOB in USA, because of the nonsense that you see NGOZI doing, or because you don't see Prime Minister. Prime Minister will still stay in that detention. After the interrogation, he will come out. But before he comes out, your women and children would have been slaughtered in the homeland. You know why? Because you refuse to make your donations for the Biafra Defense Forces to continue to do their work. They will not go and fight with saliva. They have to have money to do the logistics, buy what they need to buy, to go to defend your mothers and sisters. So if you say that you are doing Prime Minister, or you're doing the Biafra Defense Forces, or you are doing Sonny, or you're doing Adabeti, or you're doing Bambam, or you're doing APM, or you're doing any of the cabinet members, by not donating when you don't see Prime Minister, or when you don't see Onyendu, you are doing yourself more harm than good. Because Onyendu will still come out from detention afterwards, but your families have been eliminated by Fulani terrorists. Why? Because of your stupidity. Prime Minister will still come out after interrogation and detention, and he will be on hot. His hand will not be cut out. His head will not be chopped off. His nose or ear, not even his nail. His nail, they will be taking care of his nail. They will be giving him the best of food. They will be giving him the best of clothes to wear. They will be giving him the best of care where he is now. Yes, because he is serving as official man. He's serving as official man now to the Biafran people. He's there to answer questions for Biafra. So they will take care of him because he's being seen as someone that is taken in to go and speak for Biafra. You that is here, you stop to make donation to support the Biafra Defense Forces to go and do their work as they are supposed to do. You are not doing Prime Minister. You are doing your women and children and your families, your siblings, everyone that you left back home. Because the terrorists will not stop because Prime Minister is in detention for interrogation. No. Now that the terrorists know that the Prime Minister has been taken in for interrogation, this is when the terrorists will intensify their terrorism attack more. This is when they will come to slit your throat and to kill all of you in one day. So if you say you don't want to make donation until when you see Prime Minister, you don't want to make donation because you see NGOZI doing this and doing that, you are the most foolish person ever on this planet Earth. Because you don't even know the worth and the reason of having a supreme leader, having a Prime Minister, going in for interrogation for a cause that you are fighting for. They are going there invariably to present your cause on the table to the people that call them up. They are there to explain to them and to let them know that what you are fighting for is worth fighting for. That the reason why they are here inside this place now, that while they are even there, that worst are still happening. So what you will do while Prime Minister is in for interrogation and Supreme Leader is in for interrogation or detention, what you will do now is what will motivate their rapid release. So if you say you are not making donation, number one, you don't want the Prime Minister to come out. You don't want the Supreme Leader to come out. You don't want your Biafran brothers and sisters back home to be alive. You want them to be slaughtered by the terrorists. Let me tell you something. The Biafra Defense Forces that you see, all of them, they have a life. before deciding to sacrifice their lives for Biafra. Someone like General Ikonso was in abroad, making his life, making a living. He now had to do what? Travel back home to go and sacrifice his life to defend motherland. So if you think that you are doing the Biafra Defense Force when you don't donate money, you are doing yourself. Oh, yes. I know of many that had to leave UAE, that had to leave Europe, that had to leave America and say, bros, I am going back to go and join forces to defend motherland. He said, keep up the tempo from exile. So when you say you're not donating money for them to continue to do the work, because Prime Minister is not here, because NGOZI is doing a madness, because you are confused, you are not doing Sonny, you're not doing Adabeti, you're not doing Vamavam, you're not doing the APM, you're not even doing the PM, you're not even doing the Biafra Defense Forces, you are doing yourself, because all those Biafra Defense Forces that you see, they have a life before they decided to surrender their lives to be part of the Biafra Defense Forces, to defend motherland. So if they decide to leave that motherland today and walk away, they can walk away and leave, while the Fulani terrorists will come in and slaughter all your women and children. And you will still come out to be crying on the media. NGOZI will not help you. NGOZI will not help you. When Biafrans were slaughtered the day before yesterday in Osu, did NGOZI come out to even host emergency program to talk to you, to encourage you, or to embolden your courage? Like I normally do, and like Prime Minister normally do, immediately I see that there is genocide or massacre in any place, I will host emergency space. I'll post the video and condemn it and give reassurance to Biafrans that the Biafra Defense Forces will swing into action to make sure a revenge is taken against those that slaughtered our women and children. And I did it the day before yesterday. Did you see NGOZI do anything? No, because she has nothing to offer to you. She has nothing to do there. All she wants is to destroy, destroy, destroy. And all of you are still there. On Saturday, you go, you rally around her. Hey, our honorable CIS! You donate money and give to her, money that is not going to the Biafra Defense Forces. She has already showed you here that she has nothing to do with Biafra Defense Forces, that she is condemning the Biafra Defense Forces from the photo I showed you here. She's condemning the Biafra Defense Forces like she told you here. She has nothing to do with Biafra Defense Forces. She's condemning it. And you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. See her here telling you she's condemning the Biafra Defense Forces, that it doesn't represent her own interest. And that she's going to go and form another one. She'll bring her own logo. See it here. She'll bring her own logo of the Biafra Defense Forces to come and show you people. And you are donating money and giving to her. Your mumu know too much. Now, this is to the Biafra Defense Forces. So now, let me go to the Bank of Biafra, so that you people will see the chronology of the sabotage that you are facing, and you are all clapping for. Because this is the Bank of Biafra official account that is managing the Bank of Biafra website. This is where the Bank of Biafra treasury is. It is the Prime Minister that unveiled this official account. And this account was unveiled in April 2024. This was when the Biafran government adopted an act, a resolution, which all of you saw us online. We came in a Zoom meeting, we had a resolution in the cabinet, we voted, and then we adopted an act for the establishment of the Bank of Biafra. And then later, the USBT, a Gemma coin, was unveiled. And this is the official account that is managing the Bank of Biafra, which is who? Which is the minister of the website. What did you say NGOZI do? To tell you that NGOZI goes to the strategic point where defense has to do, finance has to do, in order to be able to do what? To destroy the government, to destroy the foundation that PM set for all of you, for your security, on the mandate of the Biafran people. Now, Ngozi, I've told all of you that I collected money from Nigeria to destroy Biafra Convention and to destroy Prime Minister. I'm asking all of you now, have they given you any evidence of the money I collected? Or the way and manner I tried to destroy the convention? Or how I tried to destroy the Prime Minister? When she posted the leaked video of the private meeting, where she was telling you that Prime Minister has already sacked them, did you see anything in that video that has to do with sack? Prime Minister sacked me. Did Prime Minister employ me? Are we on salary? You'll be using the word sacked. Every Biafran government official voluntarily decide themselves to work for Biafra from remote areas on no payment, voluntary service. And you're coming to write nonsense and say sack. Sack as if you were on a payroll. So let's go back here. Some of you will just listen to the propaganda and blackmail that Ngozi is giving you, but you cannot ask questions and say, Madam, where are the evidences of all these things that you are saying? The other video you say they were betraying. Prime Minister sacked them. But we did not see Prime Minister sack them. They were actually the one asking Prime Minister a question, and then Prime Minister gave them answer to the question that they asked. So how come you are telling us that Prime Minister did this to them, but we don't see the evidence? Now, when you now check here, like I said, this is the Bank of Biafra official account on Twitter that is managing the website, where all the Ejemma staking that all of you are staking. Many of you have invested in the Bank of Biafra Ejemma coin, where you stake and you make your drops of profit on daily basis. But the question you should ask is, why did this madam had to go to this point where the Bank of Biafra is? She went there so that she can get hold of the Bank of Biafra treasury where the finance is domiciled, so that she can destroy everything. But you know, God knows the people that he places in the important department that is the stronghold of this government. Because when you are able to destroy the defense of a country, destroy the finance of a country, destroy the media of that country, the country is gone. That is why God bless and place a minister of the website that has kept his word and promises to our supreme leader. Listen, supreme leader, since 2018, he has been protecting the two websites. And he still kept on that same word to the prime minister. In his absence now, he's still doing it. Because he went to go and take control of this Bank of Biafra website. Called the website manager to hand over control to her. Hey! And then the minister said, no, Prime Minister did not approve this. Prime Minister gave strict information, warning that no one should be allowed to touch anything there. Not just on this one, also on the BiafraGov website and IPB USA website. So all of you can see how far now. She go to defense, she was blocked. She come to finance, she was blocked. She come to media, oh, please, Biafran people, this is another what? Another sabotage. Anybody that disagrees with our evil plan, the next thing she do is she'll go and then look for one video of that person to bring to the media. To come and do what? To come and blackmail the person for intimidation and for social media display.
Or
Which
you
to
to
treason.
go 247 or EKID to,
Okay.
to slander anyone.
Okay. She's using Ugo 247 to do propaganda and blackmail against people. Also using Ada Suzu to do propaganda and blackmail against everyone. And Victor Owonabi, they will be writing all sorts of propagandas and blackmail against everyone, which none of it is true. None of it is true. Now let me come here first so that I will clarify something. Because in the last expose that we made, we explained something here. In the last expose that we made, we explained something here. And let me see. I want to play the voice of Prime Minister here, so that some of you will understand something. Because some of you have mental disambo, just like our Kamsi said. That some of you have mental disambo. Mental disambo.
Yes, my minister, while you are searching for that, there's something I want to tell Biafrans. Somebody sent a voice message this morning that his sister was in a bus and that bus was diverted and they were all sent into the bush in Imo State. Because when you say you don't want to contribute money, whether you are abroad or you are at home, you have to remember that your people are at home. Unless all of you want to go to IDP camp. So this lady, the brother is the one saying it because the sister or the brother is in shock. And while they were in the bus, the Fulanis came and surrounded the bus inside the bush, inside. And he said that the way they were buying them, some people go there alive like this, they go use knife, they share their body. And they told them that they will suffer because this land that God gave it to them, that they will continue to buy us one after the other until they reclaim this land. You people know that when PM was here, donation was going well, and everything was okay. They dare not come. So now, if you say that because PM is not here, remember that when Onyendu was not here, PM was doing something with us. So why suddenly you people will stop and say, oh, until I see PM? If our PM had said, let me see Onyendu before I do something, you will know that our people would have been in IDP camp by now, and there will be nothing like Biafra. That is the reason why they are holding Onyendu and now our PM. So think of it. You cannot jump like a man and land like a child. We have to really, really come together to do this. It is our freedom. It is our freedom. So you
Thank
have
you,
to
Betty.
donate. Yeah,
Let's
thank you.
bring some to the screen so that we address those that do not understand what is actually happening here. Let's listen to PM here.
Then, Soviet sources have maintained that Lithuanian petition to join the Soviet Union marked the culmination of a Lithuanian socialist revolution and truce, represented the legitimate desire of the Lithuanian people to join the Soviet Union. The Soviet authority undertook Sovietization policies, nationalization of all private properties, collectivization of agriculture, suppression of the Catholic Church, and the position of the totalitarian control. At the same time, free and national health system were also introduced. The armed anti-Soviet partisan were liquidated by 1953. Approximately 130,000 Lithuanians, dubbed enemies of the people, were deported into Siberia. This happened in June deportation and March deportation. After the death of Joseph Stalin in 1953, the Soviet Union adopted de-Stalinization policies and ended mass persecution. Non-violent resistance continued both in Lithuania and among the Lithuanian diaspora. This movement were secret, illegal, and more focused on social issues, human rights and cultural affairs rather than political demands. The reason I want to touch on this particular history is so that you understand that Biafra will do exactly the same thing and even more. And it will happen this year. Those cabinet members and delegates that will come to Helsinki in 2024 will have their signature appended on our document of the Declaration of the Restoration of Independent State of Biafra in 2024.
That is the point I want all of you to pick from there. Those Biafran delegates that will come to Finland Convention in 2024, you will have all your signatures appended on the declaration document in the convention of 2nd December. Did you hear from Prime Minister? Let me play it again, just that point.
So that you understand that Biafra will do exactly the same thing and even more. And it will happen this year. Those cabinet members and delegates that will come to Helsinki in 2024 will have their signature appended on our document of the Declaration of the Restoration of Independent State of Biafra in 2024.
I will bring it back again so that all of you.
Wait, I thought you were good. I thought PM was trying to tell us those cabinet members that will come will be disbanded at the convention.
No, me, I even thought that PM will say those cabinet members that will come to convention, it is only NGOZI's signature that will make the declaration document a valid document. We have been vindicated because when we were using American 56 delegate document to explain to them the other day, maybe they did not take us serious. Let us still play it again. Let us still play it again so that it will still enter again.
And among the Lithuanian diaspora. This movement were secret, illegal, and more focused on social issues, human rights and cultural affairs rather than political demands. The reason I want to touch on this particular history is so that you understand that Biafra will do exactly the same thing and even more. And it will happen this year. Those cabinet members and delegates that will come to Helsinki in 2024 will have their signature appended on our document of the Declaration of the Restoration of Independent State of Biafra in 2024.
Okay, so after explaining that, to you, how will you now interpret this? NGOZI telling you that she is the only one that declared Biafra and is only her signature. Only a signature that has to be on the declaration document. She goes around bragging and making noise. Did you hear from Prime Minister? I even made an expose on this the last time where we use the American declaration document and the Finland declaration document. This one now, Prime Minister was not even using American and the Finland. He was using Lithuania. He was using Lithuania to explain this thing now to Biafrans. But NGOZI is telling you people that she is the only one, and she even went to go and screenshot this thing and bring it to the media, that she's the only one that signed the declaration document. So it's only her signature that is there. So what happens to 517 delegates that went to Finland to also sign the document? Oh, she removed their signature. Their signatures are not valid. They are not.
So she sacked them. She sacked them and sacked their signature.
517. Hey!
Psychiatric.
517 persons. With a signature, no they valid. Now only NGOZI signature, now they valid. Hey! Prime Minister told you. Prime Minister told you. Prime Minister told you. Prime Minister told you, I have played it here. And now, there is something she cannot post. She can only post this side. I want you people to see that Biafran people gave their solidarity and loyalty to the Prime Minister because of what he has sacrificed. That is why they entrusted the power on Prime Minister to be the one to stand and do anything for them without them having any fears of any kind, without them having any second thought of any kind, because they trust the Prime Minister that they cannot betray them. Let me bring one document to you people, because they will only go and bring the fake part that will suit their narrative, but they cannot bring anything that has to do with the truth of how it should be. I'm trying to download this image. Okay, save. Save. All right. This one too should save. This one should save. Save. Okay, now we open this and we open this. All right. Now we share the screen so that Biafrans will see something. Now, this is the official declaration document. Am I sharing the screen? Is it coming out? Okay, this is the official declaration.
Did you read what she just posted? She said the Political Action Committee, PAC, in the USA, which was dissolved by the PM, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, a few months back, has been reinstated.
I mean, she knows more than PM. All right, Biafran people, this is the official declaration of Biafra. Now, I want people to come down here. This is the beginning page of the Biafra Declaration document. Declaration of Restoration of Independent United States of Biafra, December 2nd, 2024, Latte Convention, Finland. Now, I want people to be looking at where it is marked. Look at where, just focus on where it is marked. From the beginning of the first paragraph, we is talking about we, the people of Biafra. We, the officials of Biafran government. First, it is the Biafran people. We, the Biafran people. The officials of Biafran government, de facto in homeland, and delegates from across the world representing the constituent state of the homeland of the United States of Biafra, who collectively and individually advocate for self-preservation of our people in the face of unrivaled genocidal onslaught by Nigerian government against our people in Nigeria and the foreign state of the United States of Biafra, have gathered here in Lahti, Finland, this day, 2nd December, to make the following declarations. Now, did you see from this very first paragraph that they write even Prime Minister's name? No. It is talking about the people, we, the people. It's all about the people, collectively. All the delegates representing the foreign state of Biafra, not NGOZI, listen on. We, the people. Now let's go to the second paragraph. Whereas we have endured, we, the people, we have endured political marginalization, economic deprivation, periodic massacre of Biafra people within Biafra land and across Nigeria since 1914 amalgamation and creation of Nigeria. Come to paragraph 3. Whereas we, again, we the people have endured all this in hope that one day, it did not say NGOZI have endured all this. No, it did not say Prime Minister. He said we the people have endured all this. Things will be better. Even the initial declaration of an independent state of Biafra and the 30-month war in which more than 5 million of our compatriots perished was not enough to steer Nigeria towards the elusive, inclusive, and prosperous future. Rather, despite its false claim of no victor, no vanquish, and false promises of the triple R, reconciliation, rehabilitation, and reconstruction, the Nigerian government constantly pursued a winner takes it all policy, discernibly reflective of a master-slave relationship. Come down to paragraph 4. We, the people again, we have endured all this with so much reluctance to complain. We have resorted to self-help and strive to provide for ourselves basic necessities of life that ordinarily government across the world provide for the citizen. Come down again to paragraph 5. We, it is, you don't see that the right there, Prime Minister said. They see emphasize on we, the people, we have carried on in the face of unimaginable hardship until our very existence became threatened. It's all about we, the people, we. Okay, let us go to the other page. I want people to see something. It's good when we are doing it, we explain to people very well so that they see what we are telling them. Now, the next page show up now. Thought I replaced this other page with the other one. Okay, now look at this other page. This other page where I want to focus on is down here. From where you start the declaration, you still see again, we the people, Wait, let's push the logo to the other side. Logo, go that side. Logo, go to the other side now. What's your problem? Let the logo go to the other side. Okay, now you come back here again. You see, we, the people, have been subjected to and out of conviction that the oppressors are increasingly more brazen and will stop at nothing in their desire to deprive us of our amenities of life. Then you come back again, you still come again and start, we, the Biafran people, we, the Biafran people, are left with no other choice than to take concrete steps to serve, preserve, and self-determine. Come down again when you now start reading. We, the people of Biafra, are compelled to, on behalf of the people of the United States of Biafra, make the following declarations. Now, let us come down here. Now, look at where my point of context is best here. You see, look at this place. He said, we reaffirm our confidence in the Prime Minister, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoku, and assure him of our unreserved support, which he has earned by virtue of his transformational leadership that made this day possible. Signed, Biafra Declaration Board. So the Biafran people, because of the confidence they have in Prime Minister, decided to give him their loyalty. Listen very well, oh, not NGOZI or Abueze, oh. Did you hear me? Not NGOZI or Abueze, oh, but Biafran people gave that loyalty to who? Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, because of the confidence and all the sacrifices that they have seen him do and the transformational leadership policies that he has brought in, which made this day possible. That is why when I was giving my speech in the convention, I told you all that this day was made possible with the effort of one man, and that man, they want to take him out so that they can come after all of you. Are you getting the point now? Biafran people already put it in the constitution, in the draft declaration document of the declaration, that it is because of this one man that makes this day possible. So even if they took him out of the convention, that day that he said will stand, that day will still stand. Because his absence in the convention there is to clear the air for every obstacle that should have come not to be. So that day should stand. But she will not screenshot this side and put it on the media for you people, because she wants to do character assassination. She wants to promote herself and to deceive the gullibles. Now we want to bring the biggest one that she has done that has caused so much problems, which some of you may not even understand, because you don't know what it means for the president of a country or the prime minister of a country or the vice president or the boss of a country to now have confidence in his secretary or our secretary, and then gives her the approval to be the one to set up every of his meetings. And then when the legal team of the government or the legal advisors of the government now gives advice to the government through the Prime Minister's office, he now sends that message or show the secretary which is the COS, and say, this is what the legal advisor of the government has given us. So take note of this, or let this be communicated to this department. But you don't understand the damages or the dangers of what you don't understand the level of treason, what it means that you will now go and bring private conversation that the prime minister or the president of a country has with his legal advisor, advising the government about what the government should do and how they should handle. So does it mean that some of the legal advices or even the defense advices that comes into prime minister's email with whoever he is discussing with or making contact with, that this evil woman leaks all this information out like this? Because what you see with your clear eye now is small compared to what you don't see that she has done. This is an official communication between the attorney and the lobbies of the Biafran government with the prime minister, advising the prime minister on what the Biafran government should do and what they should not do, and how they should be guarded in the media sphere, so that nothing that we do will be incriminating against the government, because you must have a legal advisor. This is why we tag this program that NGOZI leaking Biafran government private videos and documents is to blackmail, do propaganda, intimidate people, and destroy people's name, and do character assassination. And this is equal to treason. Treason. Now, all of you that are following NGOZI, you should ask yourself the question: if it is right for her to be leaking out documents and videos and recordings of meetings of the Biafran government, private meetings of the prime minister, to the public. You did not do it when prime minister was here. You are doing it when prime minister is in for interrogation. What is your aim? What are you aiming at? You see, the reason why she wanted to have situational reports and accountability of the defense, because she may have had all these other informations in the email, minor communications like this, meeting records, and she doesn't have accountability of where we buy weapons from, how we buy it, how we transfer the money, and who received the money and who supplies the weapon, the date the transaction was done, how the logistics was carried out. So this is the one she was looking for, so that she can have it and can also leak it out to whoever she wants to leak it out to. Because if she can leak this one out here now, official communication documents from the PM with our attorneys and lobbies, then you should ask yourself what she can do and what she has done with other information that is behind the scene and those that she has sent them to. So, Biafran people, we just want all of you to open your eyes and ask a question. Why is NGOZI overhauling everything that Prime Minister put in place for your security in your homeland? Because she's in far America, making noise everywhere, jumping like an incoherent almajiri on the screen when she's talking on Zoom. But you are the one in Biafra land that is being massacred by Fulani terrorists, not NGOZI. NGOZI is enjoying herself in America. So most especially to Biafrans in the homeland, this message is to all of you. Your security of life in the homeland is not in the hands of NGOZI. It's in your own hands, and also in the hands of the Biafra Defense Forces. When you sabotage or discredit the Biafra Defense Forces, going to listen to NGOZI, you go to listen to NGOZI, you come back and take what she says that Biafra Defense Forces are saboteurs, they are criminals, they are kidnappers, they are sabo, they don't represent our government. You are doing yourself more harm than good, because NGOZI cannot help you. And to all of you that are in America and UK and Europe, Israel, Russia, Asia, and you are supporting NGOZI, you are doing your people back home more harm than good. And in turn, doing yourself, because you will not die and finish your generation in America or UK or Europe or Israel or Asia or Austria or Australia. No, you will come back one day to Biafra land. And when you are coming back, the terrorists that you have allowed to overrun your lands have taken everywhere. You have no way to enter. That is when you remember that Sonny was shouting, Ajare was shouting, Betty was shouting, Okenkere was shouting as our APM, and Prime Minister himself was shouting, and all the ministers of the cabinet were shouting, and all the entire media ministers that are on space every day, that they are shouting, creating awareness, but you don't want to hear. Minister Ajare, if you have something to say on that, because I'm stopping the screen, you can say something, because we're running.
Well, yeah, we have said all that needed to be said. BIAFRANS, we must stand by our Prime Minister, because very soon the dragon power is coming out. The return of the dragon expected soon. Some people are asking about the Prime Minister. You are going to get updates before the week runs out. And I want you to know, Prime Minister is not going to tolerate any of this sabotage. Never. He will not. So keep your fingers crossed. You can already see that the things that the PM dissolved, the woman is reinstating it as if she has power to do it. The things that the Prime Minister kept.
Mazi, please comment on this idiot here as you're talking. Can you see the idiot on the screen?
Yes, the things that our Prime Minister kept, she is dissolving. So some of you that will come here and say, Zukwani can stop attacking, make peace with her, join her. You people are just lunatics. I'm sorry. It's only a lunatic that will see the way this woman is behaving right now and will tell us, make peace, join her. That means you are not following what is going on. Okay? And Biafrans, true Biafrans are not lunatics. We're not going to follow a woman that have changed the Biafra address to a psychiatric hospital. A hospital that is going to accommodate a fool like this one you are seeing here. Because this one here belongs to, because I'm sure they must have reserved a special room for Go 247 in that psychiatric hospital. Because it is only a psychiatric patient that will leave a blossoming, flourishing government that is winning the zoo and go and pitch tents with a drug addict, confused psychiatric nurse and begin to lie up and down. Just like tomorrow, my third egg will be coming and I'm going to be dedicating it on, I'm going to break my egg today on his forehead. Ugo, I will break my third egg today on your forehead. And if you will survive that egg, because this man, while I will break it, I will be playing Ugo, this man here, I will play his voice. I have a special voice for you. I will play his voice where this man is begging and thanking our APM, almost thanking and worshiping him. You will see where Adan Docho is telling him, you know, Adan Docho in that voice was sounding romantic. Hey, oh game, oh game, oh game.
They were enticing our APM.
She was seducing, Adan Docho was seducing our APM. Man, okay.
The voice.
We have all of them. We don't We don't want to open the Pandora box. No.
She was saying, okay, I will never disappoint you. I will never disappoint you in this life, okay. Oh, okay, where did you come from? You are God sent, okay. Okay, I will never disappoint you. Oh, okay. This one was saying, hey, Chineke, too much, too much, almost 300. Hey,
Minister,
I will break that egg on your head.
Anytime you want us to open that Pandora box of those audios of the two of them begging and thanking finance minister, please let us know so that we make it a joint media like this, so that it will be on all.
Let us break the box tomorrow. I don't
okay,
get
no wahala. Tomorrow we'll break up.
So those of you that will see the witness, that will witness the breaking of the egg, I will not play it. Come back tomorrow evening and break it on his head. That one was he was seducing our APM, seducing him. God sent you. You have 5 more days, all of you. You go. You don't know.
These are people that have come out to call a finance minister criminal. Call finance minister that is bribing people, is paying people salary. But that one sent them super chat, and then they collected the money, and then they came back singing his praises. The same way that one sent super chat to them is the way he sends super chat to others. And then now they are using it against him. And they are singing, okay. They even turned the name to Nkem.
Romantic. He was seducing him.
Now, well, please, I need to hear that voice.
Don't worry, BIAFRANS. This is not saga. This is not to debunk their nonsense. We don't do saga. So
no. Do we have time to come and start? Everything where we do here, we don't play evidences to show people. Since when we sit down here, we they do evidence-based. We they show you everything we talk of. Ask NGOZI and OGOJA and Adadurama to give you any evidence of all the accusations that they have accused us. That we collected money, we did this, we do that. Ask them for evidences so that they will show you evidences one after another. Tell them to show you.
Now, you know, NGOZI, they even take her hand, they bring evidence. Now, can't you see? She told you that a group that PM dissolved, she have reenacted it again. Which other evidence are you looking for? Then you, a Biafran, that will say, hey, Obato, you finisher. After saying the finisher, you will now follow a woman that want to finish the finisher. NGOZI, you cannot finish the finisher. The finisher will finish you. He will finish you. You can't finish him. He will finish you.
You know, Biafrans, that someone, I have the video, one day I will use it. Someone said that she was saying in Finland that is good that they caught PM, that he thought that he's invisible. When he comes out, he will learn if he wants to learn. Do you people believe it? I will use it on my video.
Please,
Maybe,
put that audio for us in our media team group so that we listen to it first, so that we will scrutinize it to be sure that it is not a AI voice.
Yeah, the person said it's in Finland that she overheard her saying. I will look for the video and send it to you so that you will listen to it. I heard it, you know.
So, fellow Biafrans, I will leave it here. Thank you so much for those of you that are standing on the side of truth. You see, these are the men that are standing with the PM. These are the men that are standing on the line, making sure that this building remains intact, making sure that the zoo will continue to cry. You see, Musa, Musa, you can never take a break from your cry. You will suffer, you will cry, and you will surrender to Biafra, whether you like it or not. I rest my mic here.
Thank you, my minister. Musa has already surrendered. It's just those that are making Musa to drink some palm wine these days that people need to ask them questions. So, Biafran people, we are going to log out from the studio, but the the Twitter space will be on for further discussions. So if you want to continue the discussion, come over to Twitter space, come and join the media team on Twitter space. They are already there. They have been there for the past 3 hours with us, and they are standing by to continue the conversation there. And you know, when we open the Pandora box like this, it go dey hot. It go dey hot. So Biafran people, thank you so much. Remember that we are in another day already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are in Friday now. So tomorrow is our mega fundraising of Saturday. Then Sunday is the 40th state of Biafra de facto general combined fundraising. To come and represent your state. The flyer is out. Let's put the flyer on the screen so that those that may not have seen it will be reminded of it. Where is the flyer? Where is the flyer? The flyer is here. Where is the flyer? Okay. Yeah, the flyer is here. Yes. Flyer is here. The Biafran Republic Government in Exile, 40 states of Biafra de facto homeland. General fundraising on Sunday by 7 p.m. Biafra time, while we have our normal fundraising on Saturday. We are not changing anything that has to do with our finance. What we are actually doing is to intensify more avenues to bring more money. We have seen your Madam Nonsense. She has canceled fundraising 2 times. And now she says she rescheduled it now 2 times for government in Exile, 2 times for homeland in a month. So I'm just laughing. It's good that she has come out plainly for people to know that she is not working for the Biafra Defense Forces. She's working for a different thing entirely. So all of you that are giving her your money, you have yourself to blame with the blood of Biafrans in your hands. Yes. I salute all of you. Thank you so much. And because time will not permit us to continue more in the studio, we will continue in the Twitter X space. So come over to Twitter X space and let the discussion continue if you want to stay on. Thank you so much. Adabeti, say something to Biafrans as we are drawing the curtain. Mr. Jare.
Thank you, my wonderful Biafrans. Have a very good night's sleep. Remember, our fundraising, our funding is our strength, and this strength goes to protect our brothers and sisters back home. Forget about any propaganda. Biafra is here. Nigeria is a failed state. If you go to my Twitter handle, you will see what Musa was saying there last night. I posted it, how he's settling Fulani and the Hausa in the north, that he's in trouble. So I posted it. So go and read it there. We are good to go. Our God is with us. All hail Biafra. Thank you, my ministers, my wonderful Vam Vam Vam, Onyeme Adoya Vam Vam Vam.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
What it means is that when you end now, you might still have to hook up again for me to add the Twitter for those that want to watch. Just end it, then I don't know how you will hook up the Twitter again.
Yeah. We'll end it.
Or is there a way we can just remove the YouTube channels and then leave the Twitter video? I don't know. Is there a way you can do that?
No, wait.
There are over 1,200 and something watching on Twitter, so we might not want to disconnect them.
Oh, you have a point too. Maybe.
Yeah, on my Twitter we have 1,300 still watching. Yeah. So you can, I don't know whether the space can be going on for them. I don't know how you do that.
Then maybe.
Okay, maybe I should remove. How do I remove my YouTube?
You know what we should do is we just leave the studio and then connect the Twitter and allow it to go instead of
Yeah, but you have to stop it from the YouTube. I want to go and sleep. I want to remove the
Okay,
YouTube.
Biafran people, let us stop this and then start again. Let's do like that. So we pay up again for the Twitter that will be on, so that the thing will
Yeah.
be extra long.